Okay, it looks like we're live. Hello. Uh, Probably nobody. But if anybody's out there, hello and welcome to the stream. Uh, uh, Today we're playing a homebrew adventure, and this is our first stream of the year. Hopefully, one of at least five, or something. We'll figure it out. Yeah, welcome to the stream. We're playing Spindles and Strings. It's a homebrew adventure, and it should be about a 3-shot, unless they're able to conquer the evils within one session. But we'll see. We're returning to the realm of Golden Life, and the adventure will take part in the capital city of Redmont today. So for any OG D&D Digest viewers out there that are familiar with Redmont, we're back. So yeah, I'm excited to be back, and I'm joined today by we got AJ over there playing as I'll let you meet the characters in a bit, but that's AJ over there. I got BJ over there. I got Aiden down over there, and Ryan down over there. And yeah, I'm very excited. It feels a bit weird streaming again, but I'm excited. How are you guys feeling?
Good.
I'm great, Andre.
Awesome.
Yeah, enthusiasm. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'll start us off. I'll go ahead and or actually no, I'm not going to start us off. I'll let you guys introduce your characters. We can start with AJ, and we'll make our way across. AJ, if you don't mind, as the epic theme plays in the background here, if you would please introduce us to.
All right. Show my picture.
Show your picture. Show your picture. Let me grab your picture. You can talk. The picture will show.
Okay. Hey everyone, my name's Buford. Buford Cardams. I'm from the town of Lindeberg. I'm the local folk hero there. I mastered in the arts of the paladin, the barbarian, the rogue, and the fighter. I now want to venture out and fight some new things and, yeah, challenge my skills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
A
Let's hear
paladin.
for Buford, paladin. And then we'll move it over to BJ. BJ, if you would please introduce us to your character.
Sure. My character is Panday Badil, which is Orcish for the gunsmith. I am a traveling artificer with a bit of a chip on my shoulder because people seem to think that orcs are savage folk. And they like aren't orcs tribal. That's what they keep saying. And I just tell them that it's a loose confederation of chieftains who share wealth through trade, war bonds, and piety. We maintain allegiances through the consanguinity of strategic marriages. And, it really sounds very similar to your feudal forms of government if you think about it. So nothing savage about that.
Not at all. Not at all. A gentleman for sure. A gentleman for sure. I look forward to.
Yeah, I mean, we go to war with each other and cut off each other's heads, but that's every culture.
Yeah. Just less in betweens. For sure. I'm definitely getting some echoes. We're probably okay. We're definitely okay. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And next up, Aiden, can you please introduce us to Gray?
I'm playing as Gray. He's a warrior who wields a greatsword, handed down from his family with like generations. He's a traveling mercenary. He used to be a soldier, but he's done with that work now. And he likes to challenge the strong, even if he's weaker than them.
Very nice. Very nice. Always up for a challenge. And last but not least, Brian, can you please introduce us to your character?
Hey, yeah. Today I'll be playing Law. He's a human warlock who was chosen by a celestial who appears as his sprite familiar, Ordo. He's been trained by his noble family to be a knight since birth, but sheltered from how the outside world truly works, he's left his home to become an adventurer with the purpose of meeting the world he was raised to defend and protect. He has a very strong belief that upholding the laws is of the most importance.
I'm hearing lawful good. Lawful good.
Yeah.
Can I get your guys' alignments real quick? What are you guys coming in as?
Lawful good, just like the tiefling paladin Hope Justum.
See, and there.
Any Hope Justum fans in chat?
There we go. Nope. Nope.
No.
There's we're 5 minutes in, and there's a reference to the last campaign. But yeah, sure. Okay, cool. We got he's a fan of Hope Justin. Very cool. I think the echo's gone. I think we're good. Alright, well, we're gonna run with it, and if it's echoing, it's echoing. Okay. So I'll give you guys your background, I'll set the scene, and you guys can take it from there. The background. Okay. So with the war thwarted by the efforts of a valiant few, the denizens of the realm looked for reform, ousting the monarch. Grand Chancellor Eliya Grenic now rules over the new Republic of Redmont. Grenic was elected by a council of noble elites, lords of the former king with near-boundless swaths of land. Without leadership and with purpose lost, the mercenaries of the People's Guard disbanded. Some left the life of violence behind, others sought a military career with the Redmont Protectorate. Deprived of his war, Xer'hus, god of death, seethed with a new fury. The dark deity has been amassing a formidable force, and now the door need only be opened. the audio issue, guys. I think. How's the audio? Are you hearing an echo?
I'm not.
No.
I don't think I hear one on the stream either on YouTube.
Okay, the music's playing from somewhere. I have no idea where, but it's playing from somewhere. Okay. Anyways, so these lands are new to you. You've traveled far to deliver a valuable parcel. The job pays well, but the greater opportunity is a visit to the renowned city of Redmont. The summer solstice is afoot, and stories are told of the merriments that are had in the capital each year. You're traveling south, just along the edge of the Silverwood Forest, and as you're trekking through the forest here, what might your characters be talking about, or what discomforts might they be complaining about? And also, who's holding the parcel? It's small. It's about a foot by. It's about a cubic foot.
Can rest the parcel on my lap.
Oh, you're just walking.
Oh, we're just walking? Okay. I can rest the parcel underneath my arm, hold it underneath, wrap my arm around it, just
Okay.
hold it underneath my armpit.
Okay. Aiden, what's something that your character might be complaining about, or keeping a lookout for, or an item that he might be holding while he's trekking through the forest? Yeah.
He's I guess while he's walking, he's like, you hear clanking because he's like fully geared with his adamantine armor on, and he's holding his great sword, like just dragging it on the floor. I guess he's just like looking around, seeing if there's a fight, like somewhere to fight.
Okay. So, Buford, you see Gray is constantly on alert, keeping a lookout for danger, potential threats. How do you perceive that?
So I'm at ease. I'm just eager to get to Redmont. I know that people there should know my name and are expecting me. So don't worry, guys. Once we get there, I'll get us a stay, and we'll live like kings.
Nice. And you're just coming across the open field, moving in towards the outer gates of Redmont, and off in the distance you can see a bit of commotion, and you hear blades colliding. You hear a bit of yelling here and there, human voices mixed with something else. You approach the city gates and you see that the drawbridge is down. There's a handful of goblins and an ogre that are locked in combat with a couple of guards. There's a lot of yelling, and it's a very tense looking scene. I'm gonna bring you over to the battle map, and I'm gonna ask you all to roll for initiative. You're welcome to speak to the others before your turn, before we even initiate combat.
Okay, so my first time rolling
Oh
in
yeah.
roll
So
20.
click on your token.
How does this work?
Yeah. So if you click on your token first, and then go onto your character sheet and click initiative, it'll pop you into the turn order.
Click on my token, and then
And then on your character sheet, click on initiative. up at the
On my
like,
character
actual word
sheet.
initiative. Yeah.
Okay. Give me a moment.
Very good.
Where is initiative? Click.
Top towards there you go. Nice. And you're coming in close to first. Let's see if there are any others. Oh,
Forgot to select my tokens, so I re-rolled mine.
Okay. So you see that the guards, there are a couple guards that are injured, one that's dead, and the two that are in good condition are bolting. They're running for the gates already. First up to move is Pandai, but you guys can talk amongst yourselves first before engaging. It's completely up to you.
All right. So, my friends, I'm assuming we're going to help the guards. As I say, as I comb through the rulebook and try to figure out how to play a player character after 7 years.
Yes, looks like it'll be a great fight.
Say, okay guys, fear not, I've fought these people before. You guys cause the distraction, and I'll come from behind. How's that sound?
I can do distractions.
How about this? I go in full charge with my great sword in my hands.
Okay, so I can move my token, right?
You can.
Is that
yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6? No, it's diagonal.
Wait, have they noticed us, or is it
No.
a surprise?
No, so they're moving with a bit of desperation, and they're definitely just trying to get through the guards as quickly as they can.
Okay, so I move to the left, beside the tree, and as I do this, I am taking out bits and pieces of my cannon. So basically,
You're setting it
I
up.
start. I'm assembling it, setting it up. It's an honest to goodness bronze cannon. Okay, but it's the force ballista. So I'm setting it up. It's a small item. It's as big as a halfling. I set it on the ground as an action, and then as a bonus action, I use my magic to make it to fire a force ballista, which is going to be an attack roll, a ranged spell attack.
Who are you shooting?
On the ogre, it's big.
Yeah, so they already, there's obviously some back and forth that's already happened here. Some of them look injured. The ones that are injured, I'll mark with a red circle, so you can tell.
Okay. So sure, I'm gonna open up with that. And bonus action, make an attack roll. Okay, that makes sense. How do I make an attack roll? D20?
No, so you can actually click on the actual...
Oh, sheet.
Yeah, so I'll check to see if it's set up under your attacks and spellcasting.
Has to be a ranged spell attack. So I guess the closest I could do is roll Firebolt. It's the same attack roll.
Right. Yeah, it'll be the same.
So
And then just-
if I click that,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay.
What did I
wow,
roll?
25. That's a hit. Yep. What shoots out of it? What does it look like?
Okay, it's close to a bullet, but it's made of force.
Cool.
So it will deal 2d8 force damage, and the target will be pushed 5 feet away from the cannon. So okay, how do I roll 2d8s?
So on the far left-hand side, there's a toolbar, and there's a D20 on there. If you hover over the D20, you'll see
Okay.
the D8, and then go over to the 2.
Ooh, can I just click it and make it roll?
Yeah,
That's
so
just
the
1d8.
one. Yeah, so you can roll another D8, but otherwise you would move over the row. Nice. Okay.
Alright, so those are the numbers 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I think I'm starting to get it.
So you've drawn their attention as your cannon fires towards the ogre. The force crashes into the ogre's left shoulder blade. You hear a cracking noise, and his head kind of comes over his shoulder, like. And anything else you see? Yeah, anything else?
Hey, ugly! The orc says to the ogre.
He turns. You caught his attention. Gray, you see this. You see that Pandai has taken the offensive. What are you doing?
I'll first say, wonderful shot. And then I go full charge
Thank you.
towards the big ogre. And I'll swing my great sword.
Yep. That's a hit. 17. Okay. How do you do it? What does it look like? Skill shot.
I guess I'll like swing sideways towards his legs, and I guess I go through both of his legs, and then he falls to the ground, and then I go with an overhead slash.
Oh, so you go for the overkill. He's already dead. So you cleave through both his knees. He falls over, and just to make sure he doesn't get back up again, double tap, you slice down onto his head. He lies motionless at your feet. Buford. Pandai has fired away. Gray has run in to the front lines. What are you doing?
I have my shield in one hand, my flail in the other. I'm kind of shaky. I'm kind of nervous. I kind of go to Law and say, hey, just between you and me, it's my first fight. My first real fight. What do I do?
I'll look taken aback at first, but I'll give you a warm smile. We've all been there, my friend. You're nervous, then maybe you should take the package.
The package?
And leave it to me.
Okay.
I'll hand you the package then.
So I'm gonna take the package, and
Keep
I'm
it
just
safe.
gonna kind of like a running back, just gonna run.
In?
Yeah,
Okay.
across the drawbridge. So like, I'll make 30 feet this way.
Sure.
I love Buford already.
Okay, but you're not dashing.
No, I'll be on
You want the dodge?
like a defensive stance or
Dodge.
yeah.
Okay, cool. So you have advantage, or they have disadvantage to attack you. Okay, so nice. So Law, your familiar, your patron hovers nearby, light on your face. What are you doing?
Oh yeah. Can I
Yeah.
I'll do a little flourish with my hand actually to reveal Ordo over my shoulder. Looks like we're needed here, Ordo. And I'll use my bonus action to I hope I have this one correctly. Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to command him to attack, let's say, this goblin here with his short bow.
Okay.
And I'll use Eldritch Blast to attack these two goblins here.
Okay.
Sorry, I'll just make the rolls for the Eldritch Blast. 21 and 23.
That definitely hit.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, that isn't. So it should be 10 and 6. Sorry, I'm adding because I have a
Sure.
agonizing blast, so I'm adding my charisma to the damage.
Okay, nice. So, your Eldritch Blast, is it just kind of Eldritch, like, inky black stuff, or...
No, oh, sorry, yeah. As opposed to like the normal inky, edgy blackness of the Warlock, all my abilities are like holy light and like golden and like light and energy.
Cool. Okay. Does it... Okay, can you describe what it looks like then? Just the attack of the Eldritch Blast itself then?
Yeah, so it'll just be like two golden bright beams of energy will kind of erupt from my hand towards the goblins. Almost like very like shining bright golden lightning.
Awesome. Okay, I see it. And as it surges across the battlefield towards the goblin, you see him almost explode on impact. A head goes flying over here. His guts are all over the place, and yeah, there's not much left to be seen. It's their move. This one raises up his scimitar, and he...
Oh.
Yep.
Sorry, my sprite also made an action as well.
Oh, did you... Oh yeah, go ahead and roll for it.
Yeah, should be a d20 plus... it might be easier to... I think there should be a sprite in the compendium.
Okay.
If you can give that to me as a character sheet, I can just roll from there as well. But this should be 24, I believe, if that's how it's calculated. Should be a d20 plus, like, with a plus 6, I think.
Okay. Sure.
It does 1 damage, but they have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw against my spell save, which is 15. And they become poisoned if they fail it.
Nat 20.
All right, then it just takes 1 damage. Oh, and sorry, did you apply the Eldritch Blast to the same goblin or to the two?
No, so I think I'm gonna go switch, but either way. So the one piercing damage went over here, or the sprite damage went over here, and then the Eldritch Blast went over there.
Okay, there were 2 Eldritch Blast beams.
Right. Yeah, I got both.
I split them up against the
you
2
did?
goblins. Yeah.
Okay.
The first one was hitting the first goblin closest. Yeah, the 10 should hit the closest one, and the 6 should hit the farthest one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No. It works. Okay, so this one raises up his scimitar, and he's yelling as if he's giving a command. Everybody, take the... But then he looks around, and all his companions are dead. Nevertheless, he drops his scimitar, and instead of running away, he runs in, or at least he tries to. Seeing that, the guards kind of take him down, and he's dead. So I'm going to take you guys out of turn order. The combat is done, but I will, take it as you're welcome to move around the field. What would you like to do?
I take the dropped scimitar, and I go, this is perfect. I'll just add it to my inventory.
Oh, I get it. I see. I understand. I'll move towards the injured and the dead, and I'll see if he is truly lost or if I can bring him back.
I will move towards the officers, motioning for my cannon to come with me, and the cannon starts walking.
Nice.
And
So
like,
it's like
hail,
Contagion.
officers! Hail, officers! Do you need further assistance? I say as I fix my clothes.
Yeah, so these 2 are injured, and the first one comes up to you. He's kind of like his hands are on his knees. Thank you. We were dead for sure if you didn't show up. And you hear a couple of yells from up above. Sorry. They weren't doing their thing.
Who was that? Are those like guards who are above the wall?
Yeah, they're on the top of the wall.
They're just
Oh,
watching.
should they have like shot their crossbows and stuff?
Yeah, but
That over there is a good vantage point, officers. Now, is it common to have goblin attacks in these here parts?
oh, they're definitely native to the area, but no, they usually wouldn't run up to the wall here. Very, very, very strange. And we're a bit out of shape. I'm out of shape. I can't speak for my men, but I'm out of shape for sure.
Is he like actually out of shape, or is he just saying this? Like,
Maybe he just needs more cardio. He looks okay, like medium build, but you know, like he's huffing and puffing.
yeah, I pat a shoulder like, no, that's good, officer. Maybe less shepherds. Oh, you have a wound there.
Yes.
Good to know. Now, now if you need further help, I can provide further assistance. This cannon here will last for about a minute more before it runs out. But in the meantime, I take out my wand, I take out my shield. Let's see if there's other goblins, shall we? So I'm basically just making a show of walking around and do. That's basically all I do.
Okay. Do you want to roll for perception, or you
Sure.
just kind of okay?
I roll for my shit perception. I think
Need some
it's shit. Yes, it is shit. It's a D20 plus 0.
Yeah.
I don't see the results of my rolls, so I'm not sure what I get.
Oh, it's in the chat. Yeah, click on the chat icon.
Oh,
Chat bubbles. It's a 6.
there you go.
Yeah. So no, you're looking around towards the tree lines, and no sign of movement aside from the trees, kind of just swaying with the wind, the leaves and the branches.
I rolled a 6, right? I
Yeah.
confidently say they must have fled.
Yeah, and Buford, Law, Gray. I think from where you're standing, maybe more so Law and Gray. You definitely there's an unusually acrid stench coming from the corpses of the goblin that's before you, as well as the ogre.
I'll note that and put it aside for now. I'd like to bring or attempt to heal this dead man in front of me. I don't know, how dead is he? Like from the looks of
He
it.
has a pretty deep gash from a dull scimitar across the side of his face. One eye is popping out, and you can see some brain. I don't know.
Oh, that's pretty dead. Well, nevertheless, I'll like kind of hold out my hand and call Sprite to it, or to call Ordo to it.
Okay.
I'll notice the kind of remorseful or like sorrowful look that he gives me, but I'll say, even so, Ordo, I'd still like to try, and I'll cast my Cure Wounds on the body, and I'm forced to cast it as level 3, as the way Warlock spells work. So
All right.
You won't need that spell slot though. You still have like what? Another one?
I have one other spell slot.
No, so you try, and the radiant light shines from your hands. You feel the warmth, but the body lies there, and you still see as much brain as you did earlier.
Oof.
Oh, good, you have healing. The officer is wounded on the shoulder.
Yeah, it stings. It stings. He says.
I'll take a look to the other two officers that are injured, and I'll spread my healing light to them.
Okay.
I'll use a die each for them, so that's a d6 each. 3 each.
The guards start cleaning up.
And it was a good efficient battle for me where I didn't have to use any spell slots or healing lights, and now I'm down half of both, and it wasn't even a fight that drained them.
Okay. Yeah. So the light kind of shines over the whole area, and yeah, you see the wounds kind of sew themselves shut, and he goes, "Oh, that's much better. Thank you. Thank you for that praying. I feel."
Did he just get an accent after being healed?
Yes. It would appear my vocal cords were shot earlier. Oh my.
Happy to help.
Yes. Oh, I can go back to feeling fancy and. Well, yes. No, I do. Thank you very much for your assistance. We probably would have been dead without you.
Happy to help. I'll kind of adjust the kind of how would I describe this? I'll adjust the kind of like wrappings on my back of like cloth around what appears to be a wooden stick around my back as I look towards Buford and then back to the guard. Are we allowed to pass through? We have business within the city.
Well, yeah, certainly. I'm sure your passage will be fine. I mean, it's summer solstice. It's a time of celebration. You're welcome to enter. And then you see someone appears to be of nobility, and she starts kind of clapping, like slow clapping, as she walks out onto the drawbridge. She goes, that was a great display of bravery and prowess on the battlefield.
Oh, it's nothing.
You fucking, you clown.
Yes, I've not seen such bravery in a long time. Really, we've been fortunate enough not to have to deal with too much of this violence. But
It's a lady, right?
yes.
If I might say so, my lady. I say. I'm all orcish, by the way. I'm half orc, but there's more orc than human there. So the complete tusks and everything, and outlandish clothes from my outlander background. But I act like a
Like a gentleman.
like a 16th century Englishman or something.
Okay.
So like, if I may say so, my lady, the brave ones were the goblins. Why would they attack a walled city? That does not make sense. Brave but stupid, but still brave.
Yes. A tad unusual, but there are bigger things that I must worry about. I surely, I mean, you're the heroes of the day. I'd love to thank you all properly. My name is Councilwoman Devon, and she extends her hand forward like this.
Is anyone else taking this? Because I'm doing the talking, but I'm at charisma 10. So the moment after all, we're screwed.
I would assume that she's extending. Sorry, Aiden, you go ahead.
My charisma is also 10.
Oh, okay. If she's extending her hand out, is she extending out towards anybody, or just anybody specific, or just outwards?
Yeah, just kind of outwards towards the group. Let's say she's standing there.
I'll look towards Buford, but coming from nobility myself, I'm prepared to take the hand and mimic or mirror what I've seen other members of my family do in this situation. Yeah, then I'll take her hand and just bring it to my mouth as I get down on a knee.
As you get down on a knee and kiss her hand, you hear a couple of distant thunderous booms coming from behind in the forest, different direction from where you came from, but behind you. Just
Boom, boom.
see a couple birds fly off.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Oh, for the record, I also bowed, but in a way that is usual for this region. It's like a very what's that kind of bow that you've never seen.
Okay. Oh,
And then-
well,
What's that?
probably just Saya up to her usual. It appears you'd be familiar with her ways. She says to you, Pandai. Yeah, those are they're thunder spoons, perhaps from you would know from like thunder gauntlets.
Oh, Saya. Who is Saya?
Saya,
Sorry, that is none of my business, but I was just curious.
Yeah, no, not at all. She's an engineer, much like yourself, or mechanic, or one who works with machines.
Is she strong?
She gets her job done.
I'd like to duel her one day.
Oh, well, we'd have to find a replacement Artificer General if you did, but yes. So, what would you do?
Perhaps we should meet her, exchange notes.
What was that, sir?
Sorry, I just said, just out of hand, I said maybe we should meet her, exchange and stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But I'm not really committing to it.
Okay. So you guys have a couple of things here. She's standing there in front of you guys. The guards are kind of cleaning up the drawbridge, and I guess since Law kind of has his back to it at this point, Pandai, you're the only one that would notice. Maybe Buford, corner of your eye. But the body of the goblin, the dead goblin, starts to convulse a little bit.
Oh, in reaction to that, I will raise my wooden shield up again, and then I will put myself in between the body of the goblin and our lady friend.
Okay.
Like, out of instinct, I'm like, stay back, my lady, something's happening.
Oh, is he still alive?
She looks over over Law's shoulder. Expectant eyes. You shield. You move to shield her. And is anybody else doing anything?
I mean, I'll see his reaction. I'll just start turning, but I'm completely taken off guard here.
Okay, so it's drawing your attention. You all kind of look towards the goblin, and it starts to convulse, and you notice a couple of growths on its back start to bubble up, but it looks like it's building like a volcano about to erupt, and then it just kind of goes, and and there's like a viscous white fluid that starts to flow from the wound, not like pus.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, not like pus, huh?
It's not like pus. It's more slime-like, more goo-like.
I wonder what it could be.
I'm guessing there's a stench.
Oh, it stinks. Yeah, it's worse than the worst sewer that you've ever been in.
I smell it and I'm just like, ugh. Excuse me, my lady. And then I just kind of run to this end and just hurl.
Like, you know, when in my travels, I once encountered a group of people who seem to find it a delicacy to eat food just before they rot, like an hour before it's considered rotten.
Well, I will certainly not be partaking. I really must get away from this stench. But please, if you
No, I'm not eating a goblin.
says nobody. It's funny because you're the only one that offered that. But no, she goes. Well, no, I'm going to be getting away from the stench, but please, I'd like to thank you properly for your heroics today. If you would find me inside, used to be the royal palace, I'll see to your reward. And she kind of walks off. The guards start barfing with you, Buford.
Maybe we should
I'll-
burn it or something.
Burn it.
I will walk up to behind Buford to pat him on the back and kind of take the package. Just while he's having his moment, rub his back a little bit.
Would you guys have looked at the package at any point? Like, not necessarily opened it, but looked at it at any point?
I mean,
anybody have-
maybe studied it, but I would not have opened it.
Okay. Oh,
No.
Aiden, you're gonna say something?
I'm assuming I've never held them because I'm very fiddly with things that I hold.
And it might have been interesting to you because on the label on the box is Artificer General Redmont. That's it.
Yeah, I would have like taken it apart absent-mindedly even. Better judgment, I never touched it.
Okay. AJ?
No, but I did feel kind of how heavy it was and the contents. If it was
Oh,
like,
it's very light, almost feather light.
yeah, while I was running it over.
Oh, true. Oh, you
But
have it right
that's-
now, right?
Well, Law took it from me, but that's all I know.
Okay.
I'll turn to the rest of the party, and I'll gesture towards the inside of the city, and I'll start heading in.
Okay.
I'll be right there.
Okay.
I'll go into.
Oh, random question. I have infusions that can at the end of a long rest. Since we started in the middle of the, can I retroactively have set aside some infusions today?
Sure. Yeah. Absolutely. That makes sense.
All right.
And this thing is going to be with you for an hour, so I'll just, for as long as that time frame is valid, you'll have the thing walking next to you.
All right. Who's our most armored friend?
I'm pretty armored up.
I have 18.
I could tweak your armor a little bit at closing some chinks here and shortening that small gap by your elbow and stuff. So I've been fiddling with your armor as we've been traveling. And currently your armor will be enhanced, which means +1 armor.
Ooh.
+1 what?
Armor. AC.
Oh, okay.
And for my second infusion for the day, I would have done this probably in relation to the stinky goblin. I would have looked around town for a jug, like a mundane jug, like a clay jug even.
Sure.
I assume I would have been able to buy that for like a silver or something.
Yeah. Less. It's 5 copper.
5 copper, okay.
There's a lot of sales going on right now. It's summer solstice.
I don't actually have money, so I will probably tell you what, trade you this crowbar for it.
Ah, that looks like a mighty fine crowbar there.
Ah yes, I use it generally to fit this thing, and the cannon is still walking around with its legs.
Holy
I was
shit!
going, hi.
He goes, is that there better not be no rust on this crowbar.
No, not at all.
Alright.
I grease it every morning.
Ooh, even better. And he kind of bites down on
Like
it.
really, I actually have.
So
a
it's
grease
like
gun.
dripping grease as it bites down on it.
Yeah, that's a good.
So
flavor.
I get a jug and then I fiddle with it. I put some of the. I've been picking like random fruits, checking out the seeds. I put it inside the jug and I've been like shaking it around, fiddling some liquid in it, and now it's an alchemy jug.
Nice. With like extra openings and stuff for the different types of fluid.
I think if I use it for a specific fluid, I need to do something special in order for it to. Let me double check that.
Yeah. No, you're good. Yeah, it's okay. But yeah, so
I can declare the liquid that comes out of it,
awesome.
and once
There's
it
some good
happens,
stuff.
I need to wait until the next dawn before it can do it.
But you can make like honey. You can make wine. Right?
Beer,
Beer.
acid, poison.
We went from beer to acid.
Yeah. Okay, so as you enter the city gates, Redmont is a beautiful city. It's flourished in commerce, and more so now in this period of peace that it's in. They're celebrating their 10th year of summer solstice. Along the back walls, the inner city walls, you see several tapestries, 9. And each one is some sort of textile that's been sewn together, commemorating the heroes of the realm. And so you see a tiefling on one, you see an elf on another, just kind of and sometimes it's a group photo, but that's it's. And so you see a couple of guys kind of preparing this year's tapestry as well. But as you go into the city here, is there anything that you guys would like to do, like to buy, like just like Pandai did, or are you going to complete the quest?
I would be trying to complete the quest first before I would do anything else.
Who was
I may-
speaking again?
That would be me.
Shake, 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 shake. I offer you some beer. To wipe the smell off from your throat.
Cheers. Look.
I will take a minute to stand in front of the textile of the tiefling.
Nice.
I do recognize this tiefling, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's Hope Justin.
Let's go.
Yeah, your hero, your idol, and the shade of purple is wrong, but I mean, it's made by people that don't necessarily know him.
I'll stand, even though it's wrong. I'll look up at it in like magnificence and like awe, just like for a moment before I turn from it to get back to the quest at hand.
Okay.
I'll be cleaning my greatsword. Just be wiping off the blood, just like sitting down somewhere.
While you're cleaning it, you notice there's some of that same viscous white liquid on it. Kind of mixed with the blood.
Is that a well in the middle?
Yes,
There.
it is.
You know, I should get the well.
I notice it and
Oh, no.
I can't get it off. I'll just go over to the well.
Wait, okay, so do you use the bucket to take out some water, or do you like...
Yeah.
Do you do it to the side, or do you do it in the water supply of the city?
Sorry, what was that?
So that's the water supply of the city, right? The well? So
Yeah.
if you clean your stuff over it, the stuff's gonna go in.
Well, no, like I'll just like pull up like
Bucket.
some a bucket of water,
Okay,
and
good.
then I'll just like clean it on the side. Yeah.
Okay.
Let him RP. Let him poison the town.
Okay. So you clean it up. And Pandai, you're probably clean. Buford, probably clean. Law, you would definitely have. You know, actually, the only person that would have anything on him is Gray. Okay, good to know. So you guys, you clean up your blade, Gray, and as you move, I imagine Law, so you're kind of corralling the crew together to complete the quest.
If I can, if they're paying attention to me, I'll gesture towards them, but I'm not really trying to rally them. as much as I am just gonna go complete the quest.
Okay. So Law has the box at hand, and he's approached the guards, yeah, and they kind of bring you in. They take an interest to Pandai, as you guys are kind of going through the like past the city walls and stuff here, and you make your way through the corridors, and one of the guys goes, "So, you're not around? You're not from around here, eh?" He says to you, Pandai.
Oh yes, I am a traveling. I think the term you use is engineer. I prefer inventor, smith. I make things like this, things that go boom.
I meant not a lot of orcs around these parts.
Yes, it's a regional thing, I suppose.
Right. Sorry. Delivering parcels. Orcs delivering parcels is what I mean.
Why not? We can deliver parcels.
Yeah.
We have hands, don't we?
Yeah. For sure. But yeah, it's just you're delivering a parcel to the Artificer General, the National Artificer. It's just strange. What's in there, anyways?
Classified. I have no clue. So it's classified.
Classified. Yeah.
Are you a friend of the Artificer General? That I need to tell you what is inside?
No, just curious, I guess. Just wondering.
Do you know that orcs actually have 3 eyes? There's another eye in the back of our nape over here. Do you want to see?
He has like a not sure if serious face.
Do you want to see it?
He looks at the other guard. Yeah.
We don't have one of those. We're just like you. We have 2 eyes. We have teeth.
Oh. Yeah. No. I knew you were joking. I was just playing along.
Yeah,
Looks embarrassed.
we're people. Just happen to have big fangs.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, it's all good. You're not the first person these days, I say, as I wrap my arm around it. But don't you worry, I'm not one of those savages if that's what you're thinking.
He kind of leans into that statement a bit too much. Oh yeah, those savages. Oh, those orcs that maybe not from where you're from, but these orcs around these parts. Ugh.
I know, right? And then I pat him on the back and don't overdo it.
Right. Okay. And as you're walking, coming across your way is the same noble, and she's walking through these what were formerly royal halls. She says, "Oh, I didn't expect you so soon. Are you here to accept your reward already?"
We're actually here to see the Artificer General.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay.
We'll stop by when we have some time afterwards, but for now, our quest should come first. I'll smile at her before walking past her.
Okay. You walk past her, and the guard leads you to a room, and there's lots of kind of machinery around. There's a lot of noise, things kind of gears kind of turning, a lot of gears grinding together, and all of that seems pretty normal, pretty standard for an artificer. But what the strangest sight is maybe that there's a table in the middle of the room, and on the table is a half dissected insectile creature, and its torso has been opened, and it just kind of lies there. It has like the pins in it, like when you dissect, like or you're doing an autopsy or something.
How big is that?
It's about the size of Pandai's cannon, the size of a gnome.
That's a big one. My cannon's about the size of a halfling, by the way. So.
A halfling, yeah. And she goes.
From afar, I'm inspecting it, and random curiosity if there's any of that white knot pus thing that is on the creature also.
Sure. Okay. So as you approach, you can roll investigation to see if you see anything like that. But she's, she kind of stands up from behind the desk. She says, "Oh, your, is that my box?" And her hands are kind of busy. She's like, holding a couple of instruments. Looks like she's doing some tasks that require some fine motor skills. That's a 16. Okay. You kind of look over into the exoskeleton seems to be untouched, but as you kind of look down, you do see a couple of strange growths within it.
Growths.
Yeah, they almost look like bulbous growths.
Am I far enough from the artificer that poking it with the dagger? Wait. I'm second guessing myself. If I poke it with the dagger, it might explode. What other non-sharp poking material do I have?
Law, you have it, right? You have it.
Yeah, I'll set it on an empty space on the table if her hands are preoccupied.
Her hands are preoccupied, and so she looks to you and says, "All right, hurry, just open it and please just hand it to me."
I'll open it at that point, unwrap it or whatever it is to open it.
Okay. She does a couple more tinkers here and there, and then she pulls up it's a sphere, and she holds it in her hand, and she's kind of moving it around. It's like, I guess to us it would look similar to somebody fidgeting with like a Rubik's cube. She's kind of moving the pieces around, kind of trying to tune it. And she goes, and then one of the sides opens up, and and as you open the box, you see there's a small, very slender-looking tuning fork.
She asked me to hand it to her.
Yeah.
I'll pick it out and hand it to her then.
Okay. This is gonna be it. This is gonna work. And just in time.
I used a hammer to poke the growth. Apparently I have a light hammer. So, poke.
Okay. So you poke it, and just like a boil, it pops, and then you get some of the white viscous liquid on your face and neck and chest.
But it's the same one, right?
It looks very similar, and the smell
It
is definitely
smells the same.
Yeah.
There's some on my face, right? And I'm like but I'm more concerned about my hammer. I'm like, ugh. I scrape it off whatever material the table is made of. I was like, do you have a tissue?
Oh.
My stomach starts to feel woozy. I'm just,
Oh, what's that smell? Hey, what did you do?
Experimentation is the key to success, I say.
Well, there's stuff on your face.
She goes, oh, that's disgusting. What did you just do to my... And she walks over and she notices you kind of have your tools, and she sees your cannon. She says, "Oh, fellow engineer."
Yes. I don't dabble into the biological arts as much, but I think we have a problem here.
You say with the stuff on your face and on your chest, yeah. Well, the stench, yes, certainly. And she takes a couple of pieces of cloth and she stuffs her nostrils.
Yes, yes. Do you have a washroom?
Yeah, you can wash up in there, and please be thorough.
Out of curiosity, I assume you've been studying this. Is this infectious?
I, 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 if you got that liquid from that, that's not it's not something I was even aware of.
Okay, I may have to start using some of. For this,
Sure.
I am looking for items. I'll get back to you.
Okay. So she puts the that tuning fork looking thing law into the sphere, and it just kind of comes together, and then it starts to glow, and it glows with a faint gold light, and she goes, okay, this should work. This should work. And then she walks over to the insectile corpse. And she says to you, Pandai, maybe as you're walking towards the washroom, or if you haven't walked, then either way, she says, yeah, this is have you ever made a homunculus?
I've been thinking about that actually.
Me too. Me too. Yes, I was hoping to model one after this for the celebration tomorrow. I'm hoping to have it fly over. So you arrived just. I was expecting the delivery last week, to be honest. Why was it late actually?
Why was it late? Were we delayed?
Yeah. I'll let you guys decide. Why?
I'll,
So you're going
I'll look to
techno-organic.
Gray, who could not stop stopping us every couple of hours to go fight some monster off to the side of the path.
Yeah.
We go with that.
Right, so I go to the washroom and I wash it off. But I also like I guess I would take a sample. It might have something in it. What's the best way? I don't have any. Since we're in an artificer's area, she might have a glass vial that I would that I can.
Yeah, so there's a lot of machinery and it looks like she knows what she's doing, but the place is a mess, and so yes, there are kind of vials laying everywhere. And she says, it's working, and she's kind of in awe at her work, and so she says, okay, yeah, you can take your payment right there, she says, and she kind of points towards a jar full of gold pieces.
I'm actually interested. I'm less interested in the money right now. I'm more interested in what she's doing.
Okay.
What is she working on? Is it something I could look into?
Yeah. I wouldn't even say you'd have to roll for it. I think you, in your line of work, you would know, you'd be at least familiar. And she kind of explains it to you if you express any sort of curiosity, or do you want to just kind of figure out yourself?
I would assume that the Panday try to figure out what it is and then try to talk to her, because I want to go in like, I see you're doing a fabricator for blah blah blah.
Okay, so let's roll intelligence.
Proper opposition of it.
Yeah, let's do intelligence, but it won't be like a difficult.
Not on Arcana.
Yeah, you could do Arcana. Yeah, proficiency.
Yay! I have proficiency, so it's 1d20 plus 6. Bonk.
Plus 6. 14. Yeah, so homunculus, can take many shapes and forms. she's looking to model one after this insectile creature. Maybe for the benefits of flight, maybe for the benefits of the exoskeleton. Either way, that's maybe what you can ascertain is there are several benefits to modeling after that creature. It wouldn't be out of the ordinary, I think, is the thing.
Okay,
It's
so
maybe something
it's
she's never done before.
it's generally a homunculus.
Yes.
You need a gem for that. I actually say, I see you're working on your first homunculus. I'm actually working on one myself. I don't have the requisite gem that will, like, bring it all together.
Yeah. She doesn't look up at you. She's still preoccupied with this thing that she's created, and it's glimmering gold, right? And she says, "Yes,
Are you using that as a substitute for the gem?
yes. The thing is, I never thought to do so. I never thought to do so before, but a piece arrived. I got this one piece, and I didn't know what it was until another piece arrived, and I started putting it together, and then I was done. I thought I'd completed it, but there was something missing, and so I ordered this piece from a specific artificer friend of mine from where you came,
I see.
and it looks like it's
You're
working. She says as it kind of emanates with the gold light.
So I'm sorry, I've been hogging all the talking, so I will just immerse in it with her, and because I will share, but I'm ending this. I'll just share that I have been thinking of doing the walking cannon in a miniature set.
Oh, yeah, that's great. She says, like, almost dismissive because she's so preoccupied with what she's looking at.
I don't even mind. So
Yeah.
I'll go over to the where she gestured was the gold for payment, and I'll take the exact amount
You're
that
supposed
was
to take
offered
15
to us.
each. It's a
15.
massive jar, though.
15 each.
Yeah, it's a massive glass
Okay,
jar.
I'll take out that much for each of us then.
Guard knocks on the door, and he kind of opens it. Yeah. So, the councilwoman was expecting you.
We'll be there in a moment.
Okay. All right. And I've been trying to dance this away, but let's take a quick break, and I'll be right back. Wait.
That's what I declared for today.
Oh, nice.
After a long rest, I could I could change it.
Okay, here we go. No? Audio or video? Okay. Okay. So, not necessarily just reacting to what's going on in the scene. If just maybe taking a moment to yourselves before you acknowledge any of them. What are you guys looking at here? Like as a group, as a party. Like you've collected your reward for the quest.
Is there anything else in the room?
There's a lot. There's a lot of mechanical stuff. Depends. Like, what are you looking for? Are you looking to try to steal something, or?
No, just like something that would just pique my interest.
I mean, you have a dead creature on the table. You have some mechanical things all over the place. What interests you?
There's a window there, right?
Yeah.
Am I able to see anything through it?
Yeah. So as you look through the window, it's the Redmont is kind of built on a bit of a grade. So from the royal building, what used to be a castle, you can look out through the window and you see the forest, the Silverwood forest. You see where you came from to the left, and then you see straight ahead, and you see that the forest looks a little bit different, a little bit darker.
I'll just leave the room.
Okay. Following the guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also doing that.
Okay.
I will leave after. I will leave with the rest of the party.
Okay.
After talking to the artificer, and basically, I'm also preparing for a homage. That role play. Have the knowledge for that.
Right. Okay. So yeah, so you kind of you go down the same corridor and you see her waiting outside a door. The same noblewoman. She says, you know, I was quite impressed with your prowess with that large. That's a sword, right? She says to you, Gray.
Yes. It's my family's heirloom.
Right. And you've fought probably many things to be able to run up to an ogre with no fear.
I fought bigger.
Really? She says, and she looks slightly impressed. She puts her hand on your shoulder, and her fingers caress a bit more than you'd like, or I don't know if you'd like it. I don't want to say. But she goes.
Well, I'm sort of a battle master myself. You know, mastered the arts in the paladin, the barbarian, the rogue. I'm a general fighter. I like to call myself.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
Back in Lindenberg, I was I owned my own dojo. I taught many other folks how to fight.
Really?
Just putting it out there.
Oh, that's so impressive.
You must know my family my parents, the Cardams, with apostrophe.
There's a patisserie in Somar. Cartams, or Cartams, yes. Is that your family's as well?
You know what? Couldn't tell you.
Oh, okay.
Our family
Very
goes.
distant. I see.
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
Well, no, it's you're both impressive. I do give you that, and yes, please, if you'll accompany, I'd love to introduce you to the rest of the council, as well as to the Grand Chancellor. We have a small proposal, if you will. She kind of wraps her, like what do you call that? Where they wrap arms with you guys. She puts herself between Buford and.
Yeah, she takes them by the arm.
I should. Sorry.
Am I
I
taller
should
than
probably dismantle my cannon if I'm going to meet the council. I'm not gonna go in with a gun, right? Dismantling the thing, putting it back in the backpack.
Okay. Right.
Imagine
do it
something
with,
not
like-
good, not
yeah.
okay to say right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. No, she takes you by the arms and she leads you in, and it's it looks like it would have been a royal meeting room at one point, but yeah, you walk in and you see 5 others, and there's a woman standing over by the window, just kind of looking out. An elf. She definitely appears to be an elf. The rest of them appear to be human, but they all kind of stand around, and she takes a seat at the table, and she sits there casually, kind of slumped back in her chair, and she says, "Councilman Dauphin, these are the heroes I told you about." And he approaches you all, and he goes, "Ah, really? Oh, I'm so excited to meet all of you." Big smile on his face. His eyes don't smile though. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a big smile, but his eyes are blank. Ah, so nice to meet all of you.
Likewise.
Yes.
Right. I heard about your heroics this afternoon, and well, we don't get many stories of such bravery here. So if you don't mind, if you're sticking around town, we'd love to have you kind of wave at the crowd during the ceremony. You've been the talk of the town for as long as you've been here.
I'll look kind of towards the rest of the group, hesitantly kind of saying, if we're still in the area, we can perhaps stick around in the festival.
Killing sick goblins is hardly what I would call heroism, but they were harassing the town. This is your territory, as is your right.
Don't be modest. Don't be modest. That was bravery nonetheless. They had blades and they brought them to you, and you responded, and with a cannon, nonetheless.
Ah yes, I am a gunsmith. If you are interested in me making some prototypes for your wall for future incursions, be I'm actually already talking shop. They're like taking out like a bunch of bronze tubes, talking about how they work, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, sure. Help yourself to some of the space over there, and you see the elfin woman kind of turn and look over her shoulder as if it's caught her interest. She doesn't say anything though, and this guy kind of scoffs. This gentleman over here kind of scoffs at Pandai and kind of takes his seat with his back to all of you.
Would I notice that? No, I'm too immersed in explaining how cannons work.
I just kind of interject and say, Councilwoman mentioned of a prize.
Yes, yes. I mean, we'd love to celebrate you and you know, present you to the people of Redmont and let them know who their heroes are. You know, give you
Oh.
a fair introduction.
I'll pass on the presentation.
I'll say to Gray, finally, some recognition for our efforts.
Yes.
Yes, that's the spirit. Yes. Similarly to how the woman kind of took you in her arms, he kind of puts his hands on both your shoulders, and he goes, "Fine, fine, fine men of the front line, indeed." And he goes, "So have you fought many goblins?"
I say, between you and me, that was my first one.
He's like, he has a shocked look on his face, but he goes, and you ran into battle nonetheless. Yeah.
That was me.
But didn't
The
you
goblins
run
back at
past-
home are much more healthy. They worked out.
Oh.
Yes, they were larger and yellow. I'm actually talking about how like they're larger and
They
yellow.
worked
They
out.
work out.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I
sounds
thought
like-
bigger compared to those goblins.
Really? Oh. And he kind of looks with like his eyes light up, and he looks at the others, and their eyes light up, and then they look back at you. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yes, yes. Our chieftains usually go into conflict with their chieftains, and they like to something fight. I randomly how orcs and goblins just fight for the sole purpose of they're in the same place. They fight, something like that.
And
But- And then their princess would marry our prince, and then we would go to peace, and then after 5 years, go to war again. That's all very complicated.
the elven woman in the back kind of slams a fist down on the windowsill, and she goes, "They're no heroes. They're not like them." She walks off.
Like who?
Oh,
She
don't mind
talking?
her. Don't mind her. She's a broody type. And you hear this guy kind of under his breath. Yeah, she's a bitch.
I'll excuse myself.
Okay. Where you
I
have?
would like to, after a couple of moments, follow her out of the room.
Sure. So you kind of, you know, while conversation is kind of going back and forth between them, you find a moment and you exit, and you see her kind of standing by the corridor, just kind of looking out towards the city.
What did you mean by that? Back inside. That we're not them.
She half looks towards your direction, but still kind of towards the floor, and then she looks at you and she says, "No, I'm sorry. You did save some cards today, and probably more lives. If you didn't act when you did, but it's just been a long time since I've seen them." She doesn't really clarify, and she's like, you know, kind of half there. She's half present.
You know, I've never really considered myself a hero. I've only ever been doing what I've been raised to do. It's the only thing that's felt right.
and yet you'd let them parade you around the city as if you've done anything near to what they did for us.
I don't fully understand it myself. The need for recognition. If it's something I'm supposed to do, then surely it should be something I do. And at the end, that's the end of it. But
She starts. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
no, you go ahead. I'm trailing off. My mind trailed off.
She smiles a little bit, and then she finally looks towards you. Eye contact. She goes, "You remind me of him. Friend of mine from before." Those are words that I wouldn't be surprised to hear from him. And then you start to hear a humming noise coming from down the corridor, back where you left Xer.
Back where we left. I'm sorry, who?
The Artificer General, Xer.
Ah. Humming.
You hear that?
What?
She says.
I'll kind of put myself between her and the direction of the noise. I'll bring out Ordo, taking some hesitant steps towards the direction. Could you describe the humming a bit more? Does it sound... what does it sound like?
It sounds like a low humming noise, like I mean it's playing, but
this, okay.
Yeah. And then Buford, Pandai, and Gray, you guys start to hear yells coming from outside the window towards the streets.
Oh damn! I'm not done with my canon presentation. as I like, frustratingly put it all back in my backpack.
They all kind of move towards the windows.
I'll go over
Except
to the
for him.
windows.
So yeah, me too. I will peek out the window, figure out what this is.
So you look out the window and you see people screaming. No visible threat, but you also see like the children have their hands clasped over their ears, and their faces look pained. And the parents just kind of stand nearby like they don't know what's going on.
We should probably go out.
Yeah, you can all hear the humming.
We're in a building, right?
Correct.
Which means it has a roof of some sort.
Yeah.
So I asked the councilman if there is a way to get to the roof so that I have a vantage point to whatever this is.
Absentmindedly, he kind of points towards doorway.
So I just start going out and then climbing to the roof. Just so I know what this is.
I'll follow.
Okay, Gray follows, and Buford.
I'll stay and
Stay
keep
with
these people safe. Yeah. Yes. That is what I'll do.
But what does your face look like?
Just unsure.
Okay.
Feel him really sketchy. He's just sweating.
Yeah. It's big.
Okay. Yeah, so Brian, Law, you move towards the workshop of the Artificer General, and as you move into the room, you don't you see her her back against the bookshelf, and there's a jutting out of the the body of the bug-like creature is some sort of strange. Well, you have the black tendrils, but even out from that, you see that same kind of slime material, and it seems to have encased a sphere-like object. And it's kind of moving around. It's kind of like it has a life of its own.
Like it's moving around the room.
No, sorry. It's moving around that orb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the humming noise is definitely coming from that.
I think I'm going to enter the room and say to the Artificer General, what is that thing?
I don't know. I followed every step properly. I did everything right. I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna kind of outstretch an arm toward in her direction. Come here, quickly.
She starts moving towards you. Eliya's kind of moved to your side.
Who? She didn't introduce herself.
But maybe you know of the Grand Chancellor, right? Maybe it's...
Probably.
Yeah, probably. So yeah, you move towards her, and as the humming builds, the cries from the streets start to get louder, and Pandai and Gray, as you stand on the roof, there's a wind gusting over, and as you look towards the city, you see, yes, the people in the streets, and they're in a bit of a panic. The guards aren't reacting. Nobody knows what to do. And as the humming builds, there's an explosion that goes off towards Silverwood Forest.
Whoa. What's that?
Okay, if we pursue that, we're going to be farther away from the rest of the group. So, like, if I've learned anything about D&D, it's never split the party.
You should split up. You should go.
Yes. Must be a big monster there.
If you want to go, we're going.
You see smoke kind of billowing out from an
From the
area not
forest.
too far. Yeah, from within the forest.
Okay. How far are we from the laboratory of the Artificer? From where we
just
are
up the
at.
corridor. And it'd be, yeah, basically on the way out.
Alright. So here's what. Let's. What's your character's name again?
Great.
Great.
Gray. Yeah. If you want to go to an explosion, sounds like fun. Good old
Yes.
orcish fun. So I'm going to start running towards outside of the town, but passing by the
Artificer General.
laboratory.
Yeah.
I tinker with one of the tiles of the roof, and then I basically put a voice modulator there. Click, click, click as I'm walking, and I'm like, "We're headed to the forest," and then I throw it into the room so that it replays, "We're headed to the forest. We're headed to the forest. We're headed to the forest."
Yeah, and I think so. I think one thing too, Pandai, is as you're passing that room, you can hear the humming loudly, like coming loudly from within it.
Huh. Should we? 2 points of interest. So I look back at Gray like, forest first, this first.
Forest.
And Burn. What is it? Buford. You would have seen them running back downstairs and towards there. Would you have followed, or would you have stayed looking out the window? You're muted.
I would have been like, oh, hey, shit, guys, yeah, wait for me.
Okay, so you follow. Okay, so it's the three of you, and then Gray and Pandai and Buford Bandai presents the options, what would you like to do?
Well, where's Law? I guess
We're
not.
headed to the forest. We're headed to the forest. Who?
What are you talking about laws, man? Who cares about that stuff?
Eliya says, it's moving, and you hear the fear in her voice. But the arms of the creature start to move.
I feel like there's a monster here. We could fight this monster, and then we could fight the monster or whatever is on the right after. What do you think, Ray?
Whichever gets me to fight faster.
Well, it's right. This monster is right here, so gets us to fight the monster faster.
The Artificer General's name is Sayer.
Sayer, like
Sayer.
Yeah, somebody who says Sayer. Yeah.
Okay. Has she gotten to me yet? Can I pull her back?
Yeah. So she grabs your hand.
I'll pull her back behind me, and I'll say, both of you get behind me, and I'll flick my my hand to kind of dismiss Ordo, and then I'll hold out my palm towards the bulb, and I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay.
Do you want me to
No,
make the
don't-
roll?
That's
or?
fine. It's right in front of you.
Okay.
The creature is definitely starting to move, but it's not all there. Like anyways, you put your hand towards the orb that's protruding out of the chest, and as the orange light surges towards it, you see the white viscous substance kind of move away from it, and some of it kind of sprays across the room, and then the orb itself kind of shatters into a few pieces, and then you hear another explosion off in the distance.
Why is it synchronized?
But the humming noise stops.
What does the orb look like now?
So-
We're also there, right?
Yeah, it looks like this. It stopped glowing, but now it's shattered. So half of it is in damaged metal shards.
Is it moving still?
Nope.
I'll just make a
Forest.
quick poke on it. Just make sure.
You poke it and it vibrates a little bit, and there's a very faint hum.
I'll just give it it's a insect, right?
Oh, sorry, I thought you were talking about the sphere. The insect. No, it stopped moving.
Oh, okay. Was the insect the one that was moving, or the sphere?
The sphere was kind of floating up over it, with that white substance kind of crawling around the surface of it, and then the insectile creature was kind of starting to move. But Law blasted it with the Eldritch Blast.
Okay. What I will do is I will actually tell Law that we saw explosions in the forest. We might need to go there.
I'll nod. I heard them as well.
Do you think it's safe to leave the artificer and keep forgetting the name of the lady? Oh, it is the elf, right? Not the
Grand
original.
Chancellor. Yeah.
You think it's safe to leave him behind?
I don't think it's safe to leave this city. in total honesty, but if someone were to go, it should be someone who can make it there and back fast. And I'll take the wrappings off of my back. I kind of stretch my arm to the side, and as the wrappings fall off, I'll reveal my broom.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I've got a
Flying broom?
Yeah.
Nimbus 2000?
I can make it there fast, and I can make it back fast as well. If something happens here, I trust in your guys'. I trust in all of your strength.
Sounds like a
I
plan.
have room for one more.
Let me see. It could probably fit one more, like, regular sized person.
I think my greatsword would be too heavy for it.
Buford.
It'll be fine. It's up to you. It's
And
up to
my
you.
armor too.
Yeah.
I'll look
I
to
think we
Buford.
should.
Buford, we can split our party 50-50 for now.
Yeah,
You'd
that's,
like.
I was thinking.
But I won't object if you would like to stay. I'm only going to check out what's there and come back.
I can hold the fort. You go.
Wait. Give me a moment. I think I have a thing that could work. Oh no, sorry, it might not. I don't think it's two-way. I should prepare sending still. So that we can have a cell phone. Yeah, I can't do it. Sorry.
That's alright.
Yeah, if you want, I can stay here and then, or if you need me there, we could signal somehow.
Then you all hold the fort. I'll be back soon.
Eliya says.
Okay.
Are you? I can. She calls over her commander and she says, "Do you need to go out there, or do you need? What is even going on? You seem like you're acting with confidence."
I don't know what's happening. That's why I'm going to find out. Best that you all stay here and stay safe.
Stay safe from
I'll-
what?
We don't know.
We don't know yet. But if there is something, then I'll start moving towards back the way we came, the exit. Or if there's a balcony somewhere too, I can take
The
that.
corridor is it's open. It's an open corridor.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you can just jet from there. Sure.
Then I'll toss my broomstick in the air, yell out "Rise!" and I'll leap onto it and take off towards the forest.
Okay. I mean, you know exactly where it is, right? You see the smoke billowing up.
Yep.
As Gray leaves, I just go, he's cool.
I'm Law.
I'm lost.
I'm not cool, I'm Law.
I can do it if you want me to.
It's just not like, yeah, I'm pretty cool.
All right. So, what are the three of you doing before or as he heads off? Do you just like hang out with Eliya? Where do you guys go? What would be your first instinct?
I'm concerned about this orb, so I take out my wand of web.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if something starts to move, I will web it in. But until then, I'm just watching it intently and trying to figure out what happened. This Artificer General was just making a homunculus. It's not supposed to do this. So I'm looking around for clues.
Her face is just as incredulous. Like she has no idea what happened. She's even sunk into her knees. She looks defeated. And she's like calculating. She's like trying to figure out what she did wrong. Okay, so yeah.
Did you know that the insect had some kind of growths on it? Did you factor that into your analysis?
No, I didn't. I just I got it from the forest this morning. I assumed it would just be an ordinary bug.
Well, it's not. There's something in it. It was also on the
On the goblins that
attacked the
killed.
town. Yes. Yes. Maybe that's the missing part of your equation. You did not factor that in.
Okay, but at the very least, it just should have not worked. Do any of you know anything about any of this?
I think this is all leading towards the forest.
Okay. You look like a man of the cloth. She looks at you, Buford.
A man of the wood.
You have like a holy symbol on you, right? Like somewhere.
Oh,
right?
yes, yes. I am mastered the arts of the paladin.
Okay. And does this seem strange to you at all?
Oh, I've definitely seen this before. Yes, this is
Oh.
this is actually a virus. Yes, of evil.
Oh.
I should have said something, but
Yeah.
I was doubting myself.
Oh.
In fact, I've seen this before. This was just today. I saw this on the goblins outside that tried to attack Redmont.
Okay.
They remember,
kind of-
but that's what I just said.
their mouths are open, and they like her and the Grand Chancellor, and they say, okay, if it's a virus of some sort, if it's a disease, then we should quarantine everybody. We'll put the city on lockdown. Do you think that's?
You're asking me. Well,
Nothing in, nothing out.
yes. Gray, what do you think?
But aren't you the?
I think
I know. I just wanted a second opinion, my fellow comrade.
Okay.
I think we should go to the forest as well.
There you have it. Before we do any drastic measures, we should check it out. Verify that it is coming from the forest.
Okay. Eliya whistles, puts 2 fingers in her mouth, whistles, and immediately gives a command to one of the officers. And Law, you see this. You see some guards on horseback riding into the forest just a bit ahead of you. And you're zooming in that direction towards the smoke billowing up as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you head towards the forest, it's not what it was earlier. There's a darkness that pervades the forest, and clouds have kind of shrouded the sun just above this area. There's a thick fog that starts to build the deeper that you move in towards it, even extending past the treetops. You can definitely continue to fly in. If you would rather walk, that's up to you as well. Not suggesting either.
Let me... a sec. Would it be possible for me to cast light and use that as like a kind of... Okay. I have a signet ring that I'll just cast light on it, on one side of it. I'll put the ring on and then use it as kind of like a flashlight. I'll stay on my broom.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna put you all on this page anyways, so you can all see what's going on. But it's only Law that's here. Okay. So you rush past the rotting forest and that same familiar stench, the acrid stench that you smelled from the goblin and from the bug-like creature, kind of ascend up from the rotting earth. And as you move in, the trees are almost withering away the deeper you get in, like actively withering. You move in and several mounds of rock, and amongst them are the corpses of some of the soldiers that made it there before you. One of them kind of stumbles towards you, his face to the ground.
I'll hop off my broom and move towards him. What happened here?
They came out of nowhere. There were so many of them. Everyone is dead. He stumbles towards you. Face down, you can't see his face.
I'll take the ring off and give it to him. Make your way out of the forest.
Help me, please. And his left hand extends towards you. Face still down.
I'll take it.
He looks up and his cheeks are sunken in. He has like dark circles under his eyes as if he hasn't slept for weeks. And he goes, please, you have to help me. And he's crying like a child to a mother.
What happened to you? I'm stunned. I don't know what to do in this situation. I freeze up. I drop the ring.
You drop the ring. As it falls to the rotting earth, you hear the same humming coming from the massive sinkhole up ahead.
I'll just kind of sit him on the ground, by a rock, or like on a rock, kind of just like lean him against on the ground. Stay here. Be back.
Like, muttering to himself, I'm gonna die. You move in, the mounds of rock kind of surrounding you everywhere you look. I love that you went here by yourself.
I'll keep moving towards the sinkhole you said?
Yeah, it's just a massive hole in the middle of the forest.
Alright, I'll keep moving towards it.
You move towards it, the humming gets louder. It's a low humming noise, similar but much lower than the one you heard in Redmont.
As I'm like approaching it, I'd like to bring Ordo back from his dismissal.
Okay.
Wonder if I'm able to drag him onto the map. That's okay.
Sure, yeah, you did.
Okay. I'll kind of look at him. You want to check that out for me, bud?
Do you want to take his reaction?
Sure. He'll do it, but yeah, you know, there isn't really much of a reaction. More of just a look of worry.
Okay, good.
Before Ordo will fly into the sinkhole. Well, over to the sinkhole.
Okay. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw? Sorry, a wisdom saving throw from Ordo.
Yes. I believe it's just
It's your familiar, so you can see through the eyes and hear through Ordo's ears, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I believe should just be that. 18.
Okay. So Ordo flies towards the hole, looking down. It's dark, so you can't see much. Yeah, you can't see much. Through the darkness, though, you can almost see the darkness moving, slithering around.
That's great. Yeah, I like that.
And then you see, almost like plucked out of thin air, Ordo like goes like chest out like, ugh, and then falls.
Uh-oh.
What do you want to do, Law?
I don't sense Ordo at all after that.
No.
He's like half my DPS in battle.
I like how we're
Look
like,
at the
don't
hole.
split the party,
Yeah,
splits
I
the
know.
party.
Okay.
I'll head in.
Okay.
Haven't we also decided to move there at some point?
Did you?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Like sometime after he left, we were like, oh well, it seems like they have guards here anyway. We don't anything else.
Okay.
So I'm thinking we might be late. We'll get.
Okay. Okay. I'll keep that in the back of my mind. But Law hasn't been here for long. Let's see. What's your plan here, Law?
I'm gonna go in that hole.
How? Like, you're gonna dive in, or you want to look in? You want to rappel in? How do you want to go into the hole?
I hold my arm out. Rise, and my broom will come to me.
Okay.
I'll step on it and I'll slowly descend on the broom.
Okay. Eyes forward.
I assume so.
Okay. So the darkness starts to kind of move around, and as you descend with your broom, eyes forward, you see another pair of eyes looking right back up at you.
What's it making me feel when these eyes stare deep into me?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to say what you feel. You can feel as afraid or as brave as you want, but it does speak to you. It says,
Yes. Come
I'll stop the descent if I can.
Okay.
What did you do to Ordo?
Ordo met Ordo's fate. Would you like to meet yours?
I'm gonna start charging up. You know what? We'll go all in. I'm gonna drop a guiding bolt on this guy. If I can, I don't know. I'll start. My hand will start to glow, and I'll say, "Try me." And I'll thrust my palm towards him, and I'll cast guiding bolt.
Okay.
It's my other spell slot. I guess I'll cast. Oh, wait. That didn't cast as. Oh, I guess I have to. Is it okay? So should I roll for damage for it, or?
That's a 23. No, don't roll for damage.
Okay. Fuck.
Here's a... You mortals, in your futile efforts to evade your imminent fate, I am truth. There is no fight here to be won.
The rest of you hear that voice kind of booming all around, and as you emerge through the trees, you see a glowing red light coming from a hole just up ahead. You see a guard on his knees, and he looks like he's lost it. His face to the ground. He's talking to himself. What do you do? Law is nowhere in sight.
What's going on?
Do you say that to the others, or are you saying that to yourself?
To myself.
Okay.
You come here with your sticks, your pointy sticks, and you expect to solve what you cannot even comprehend. Your truth has already been decided. And you hear another explosion, this time coming from the city.
City.
Your voice changer was still on. So, like,
The GM will speak like this.
sounds the narrator.
Yeah. But you hear another explosion coming from the city this time. And you can't, Law, you can't...
Where in the city?
What?
Where specifically?
Oh, I don't know. You're in the forest now, right?
Tell me. Tell me.
Tell you what? What are you asking it? Are you actually asking it something?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I'm still in the sinkhole, right? I'm still staring this thing down.
Yeah.
So, can I just ask briefly? When I used guiding bolt, what happened?
You saw the bolt surge down into the hole, and as it did, you saw the walls crawling, and there wasn't a patch of dirt that you could see. It was completely covered with insectile creatures crawling all around.
Did I hear the explosion from the city, or
Everybody did, yeah.
I'll grip my broom. I know Ordo isn't gone forever. So I'm not stricken here for I'm not out for revenge here. I'll rise out of the sinkhole and back towards the guy that I left at the rock.
Okay. Roll a wisdom saving throw as you move away from the hole.
Oof, not a good idea to switch my second highest stat out of wisdom. 13.
Okay. Your mind courses with fear, and you know it's not. It's being pervaded by thoughts that aren't your own. You hear almost voices screaming in your mind. You're gonna have disadvantage on your next ability check or attack roll.
Got it.
But as you move back towards the guard, you see Gray, Pandai, and Buford emerging through the tree line.
What are you all doing here? I told you I'd be back.
We didn't know what to
They
do.
seem to have had it covered. They had guards.
But that explosion, that was way past the forest.
Yeah, that explosion happened when we were already. So, us in our indecision, I guess.
Can't take all of us back at once.
What was down that hole?
Darkness. Nothing natural.
Is there any tough monsters down there?
Monster doesn't even begin to describe it, Gray.
Oh, so stronger than monster.
Why is it that the explosions are away from where we are? We keep going to the explosions, and we keep going away from them.
I'm getting a bit flustered at this point with the screaming in my head and such. I can only take at most one of you back. The rest of you are gonna have to find your own way, and I still have to deal with this guard.
We can run back the way we ran towards you.
Yeah. Like you were fast.
You're gonna grab my head.
It's not that far.
Then why did you come?
Okay, so what are you?
For what it's worth, as an orc, I can probably I have enough strength. I have to lift the guard and run back on the guard if need be. So that's something I can do. It's within my carrying capacity, and I'm not very heavily armored anyway.
I'm intrigued by that hole down there.
Buford, Gray. Which of you is going with me?
Buford can go with you.
On the hole?
No, I'm going back to the city.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I'll-
chasing explosions is basically what we're doing.
I'm gonna turn to Gray. Gray. Whatever's down there. It's not just strong. If you go down there, I don't think you're coming back up.
I would like smile. I would just like have like a bright smile after hearing that. And then I'll just I'll grip my greatsword, like I'll unsheath it and like to battle. I want to fight the strong one. That's beyond strong.
I'm
Like slowly walk there.
I'm gonna grab you by the arm.
Can I avoid it?
You should have told him it was weak, so that we could have left that.
To be totally honest, I'm not that super well acquainted with all of you. So
That's true.
I don't know his personal inner workings and stuff. Just that he's a pretty strong guy himself, but I'm kind of starting to get it now. But yeah, I'm gonna, as he walks past me, I'm gonna attempt to grab his free arm and hold him back.
Okay.
Free arm.
So he's trying to hold
I'm
you
help-
back. How do you react?
Both of my hands are on my greatsword, so
Well, I'll just grab one of your arms.
Yeah. Just so he grabs your arm. What do you say? Reaction.
what are you doing? Why are you stopping me?
Can't let you go down there in good faith, Gray.
But if it's strong, I want to fight that strong.
Listen to me, Gray. There's nothing down there that you can fight. There's only death and darkness.
So there's nothing down there that I can fight?
No, there's nothing down there for you, Gray. Your own death is waiting.
In the back of your mind, Law, you hear.
Let him come to me. Let him be mine.
Is that a thought that I can shake off, or
Yeah.
I'll kind of visibly shake my head like that.
Are you okay?
We have to go, Gray.
We're,
Okay.
for what it's worth, we're here to help people from the explosions. This thing is already exploded. Past tense.
I'll sigh and just fine. I'll just sheath my greatsword.
Wait, why am I waiting here? I should already be running because faster than I. So
But Law, you owe me a duel.
I'm bringing the guard.
Oh yeah, you have the guard. Okay.
So I'm already running back towards the explosion.
I owe him a duel? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I'll let go of your arm, walk past you. Buford, with me. And I'll hop onto my broom.
Okay. So for simplicity, so okay, fine. So Buford, you get on the back of Law's broom, and
Works like that.
he takes off. I don't know. Are you? Well,
If you want, for simplicity's sake, I can, because of the added weight, I can be going just as fast as Panda.
yeah.
So we
you
can all
guys-
generally return at the same time.
Right. Yep. So you race back through the withering forest, running atop the rotting earth, and you race through the gates. You see that they're open, and you can see the. It's just not. Yeah, you come through and you see this.
Yikes.
Kind of puke in my mouth a bit. Bugs and all.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is that the well?
It was the well.
That was the well.
Boom.
So the city, at least this just past the first wall, the city is a mess. There are buildings aflame, and there are gigantic insectile creatures attacking the citizens. Of
We were
Redmont.
gone for 5 minutes!
Yeah. I'll let you guys roll for initiative, and I'll give you guys a chance to enjoy some Starship Trooper D&D.
Huh?
Sorry, I forgot to select my token.
You might need to clear the old turn order.
Did I do that right? I'm not sure.
It didn't pop into the thing, but it's yeah, it's easy enough. Okay, so I got ooh, that's one.
Why am I rolling high for this?
Yeah, okay. Well, lucky you. Maybe.
And I am slow.
So their attention isn't quite on you yet, or maybe just this one. But the one thing that I'll point out is that they strangely seem to be moving in like they're almost like dancing together. There's it's not mimic movements, but there's almost they move almost in unison. And on that note, I'll hand it over to you. That's really quick.
How high are they flying? These insects? Are they like...
No, so there are only a couple of them flying. And I think the only
Okay.
one that you would have noticed is this one over here. The rest are on the ground.
Okay, I am currently seeing one... Are there only two of them? One to the southwest, one flying over here.
There's this one over here, this one over here.
Oh, okay. I'm only looking at the purple ones.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Panday will move here. I'm opening with this one. Since we haven't had a long rest to reconfigure my cannon, I have to spend a first level spell slot. So I'm gonna do that. And then this time I'm going to turn it into a flamethrower.
I like the flavor against the bugs.
Yeah. So I reconfigure it. It now has a large knot. And then I crank it up, set it on the ground, put legs on it again, and then right now there's only like one bug in front of me. I can't capture more than one in a 15-foot cone, I think. So for now, it's just the dexterity. It's just the dexterity saving throw. DC 14.
Dex save DC 14, and that is it succeeds. Does it take half?
It takes half. So I'm going to roll 2d8. Half of that is just 2. So
Okay.
Oh, well.
So no, so it's crawling on the ground. It's you've caught its attention. It moves towards you with the swiftness and expertise of a master artificer. You put your weapon together. You launch the flame forward, but it kind of squirms out of the way, crawls to the side as it approaches. You're able to get like just a bit off the surface on the side, but you can see that it is affected by it. Maybe that, that's worth something.
sure.
Anything else?
Action, bonus. That's it.
Interactive object. Okay. Buford. You see Pandaya taking the offense. What would you like to do? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah. So I draw my flail, start winding it. I look to charge this bug over here. That's yeah. However, I close. Oh shit! I close my eyes. I charge at it.
Okay.
So that's
You
my
close your
attack.
eyes. Do you
Yeah.
want to give yourself disadvantage?
No,
Or just
actually.
flavor? Okay.
It's my fighting style. Well, like, hold on, my character sheet's loading. So I actually have a fighting style called blind fighting. It works just as well as opening my eyes, but since I can close my eyes and fight things within 10 feet,
Oh, nice.
that's just how he fights. So I'm just gonna close his eyes, attack with the flail.
Ooh, good hit.
What did it do?
So you slam the
okay.
flail into the strange bug-like creature, and as it crashes into him, that's bludgeoning. Yeah. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
ask you. It does take the hit, and you see its torso, like the exoskeleton of its torso, cave in a bit. You hear the crunch. It's like when you
Okay.
step on a cockroach. But I'm gonna ask you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Hold on. Because I am because I've also taken the Shield Master feat. When I attack, I can use my bonus action to try to shove the creature within 5 feet of me with my shield. So I'm gonna shove it after I attack, but also I can add my shield's AC bonus to any dex saving throw I make. Yeah. But so I can add the AC bonus, and if I were subject to the effect, I'll take half the damage. But if I succeed, I take none.
Okay.
Yeah. So dex saving. So it's like what, 19? What's the AC on a shield? Two? So it's like 20.
Okay. So you're able to save. Okay. So as your flail crashes into his torso, there's like a there's like a fissure that goes down the middle, and there's like some blood that spurts out at you. It's green, and you get a bit of it on you. But you said if you save, then you take, like, even if you fail, you take.
If I fail, I take half, but if I save, then I Sorry.
Yeah.
I can use my reaction to take no damage. Here, I'm just reading off this. If I succeed on a saving throw, interposing my shield between myself and the source of the effect.
So an effect that allows you to make to take only half damage. You can use a reaction to take no damage. But you already used your
That work?
bonus action this turn, didn't you? Or no?
I guess the bonus action was the shove, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
because I'm a...
take no damage if you succeed.
Can I use my action surge?
No. It's fine. So as
Fine.
the acid sprays onto you, you bring your shield up, and you're able to bring your shield up to protect you from it. But as you look at your shield, you feel it, or you see it corroding a little bit. Not to where it affects anything stat-wise, but just know that that's something that can happen. So it's zero damage, and then you want to take the shove.
Yeah, I shove it this 5 feet this way.
Okay. So it's an athletics, or just strength against its strength.
Does it?
Shove.
You can use a bonus action to try to shove a creature. Oh, I still have to make a roll for that. As the shield master feat.
Yeah, you're still gonna. And actually, so you use a reaction and a bonus. You can't use a reaction and a bonus action.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So
okay, never mind.
So you save yourself, yeah, from the hit, but you can also do the shove. So he's right up in your face. He's like hands on your shield, trying to get past you. Like tiny little mandibles.
Okay, I'll end my turn then.
Great. You see something splash onto Buford. What are you doing?
What monster would you say would be the biggest?
This one?
Okay, then I'll go.
Vertically, that one, I guess?
Yeah, like charging towards it. My great sword.
I don't know if you can get there. You have 30?
Yeah.
You can't get there without triggering opportunity attack on this guy, assuming he would take that.
Okay.
You're gonna have to rush past him.
Is there a way to get to the one on the wall behind?
It's a long climb. You gotta climb up these stairs, and then yeah, run to the guy.
I guess I'll just attack the closest. This one.
You stand on the dead body of the guard as you move in to attack. There's a green fluid oozing out of the center of his chest. Go ahead.
I have this extra attack thing.
Yeah. So you're gonna attack close.
Yeah, with my greatsword.
Okay, it's a hit.
Oh, didn't mean to.
Okay.
Double click.
You bring your giant greatsword across, just around, kind of pivot around Buford, and what massive dog-like monstrosity in front of you obliterates his exoskeleton and he crashes into the ground. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw. Okay. So you're gonna take 14 acid damage.
Is the extra attack a bonus
No, you just get 2
action?
It's
you
just an
get 2
extra attack.
attacks. Yeah,
So I take 14 damage?
correct. Acid damage.
Can I use a bonus action to gain some hit points?
Yeah.
Equal to 1d10
Go for it.
plus my fighter level.
I see you're a fighter too.
Shut up, Buford.
And my fighter level's 5, right?
I'm something of a fighter myself.
So it'd be a 9. And I take what, 14
Correct,
damage?
yeah. Okay, and Law.
You should probably. Sorry, yeah, go first.
Oh, okay. So you see them take down the monster over there, but not without taking some damage themselves. And Pandai, even with his massive cannon, is having some difficulty with this creature approaching. And then as you turn to make your move, you see all of them kind of turn your direction.
All of the monsters.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd just like to get this out of the way first. Would you allow me to use my broom in combat, or?
Yeah, it's fine. We just gotta stay on top of it.
Yeah. It's just it doesn't say anywhere in the thing that I can't. It doesn't say it counts as an action or anything. All it does is give me a flying speed of 50 feet.
Yep.
So if I can use it, would I be able to cast spells off of it, or because it doesn't mention anything about that? Just what kind of like off the top of your head, what ground rules would I have to land before I cast spells, or?
No, I mean, so you just need verbal, somatic, and then material. So, like, I believe Harry Potter was able to do no hand on the broom, right?
Yeah.
So you should be
Okay.
okay. If we use Harry Potter rules.
Yep. Okay. I believe my Eldritch Blast also doesn't require both my hands, I think? I don't know about the specifics. But I'm still on my broom from when I flew here. So I'll fly a bit higher up to this roof here. And I'll blast these 2 monsters with my Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Oh, and I should have disadvantage on the first one, or both of them.
Nope, just the first.
Okay. Then the 12 to the first one here and 24 to the other one.
The 24 hits.
All right. 6 damage.
The golden light courses across the center here towards the beast that's crawling. I think it's hilarious that you got up onto higher ground. But yeah, okay, cool. Anything else?
Why? No, my turns are a bit short, so I'm done.
Okay. So, who would notice? Can you guys give me your passive perception scores?
13.
10!
Okay.
mental scores not half-work specialty.
And
Passive wisdom.
Yeah.
Yeah, passive,
13.
13. Alright, so they start to move in, and they all kind of move, like I said earlier, in unison. This one back here burrows into a hole and disappears out of sight. This one starts charging towards Gray. This one flies across the way to Law. This one burrows. This one burrows. And this one burrows. Okay, so Pandai, this one goes in for a bite. And its
I have
mandibles coming close.
I have a question.
Sure.
When I'm setting up a cannon, an action, is it supposed to have me with 2 hands? Because I was wondering if I have my...
If you have what, sorry? I think it's the
Because I had to set up a cannon. Right?
Yeah.
The way it's working in my mind is that I need 2 hands. But if I'm doing that, that means I don't have a shield.
You can have the shield, because I think shields depend. I mean, okay, no, I mean for like pure mechanics, I think it's fine because it's wrapped around your forearms. You still have your hands.
So
yeah.
All right, just so I can say, AC 18.
yeah. No, and it definitely doesn't land. It goes in for a bite. You see it coming. You pull up your shield, perhaps, and the mandibles clamp down on that. But then it comes around with a claw as well, and no, you're able to hold it off. You're holding it off in place. This one goes for you, Law. Okay, that one is a hit. Okay, so you're gonna take 14 piercing damage as it sinks its teeth into your shoulder.
It's gonna kill me.
Let's see this one.
Oh no.
Yep, this one goes in for a claw, Gray. That is a... yep, that's 9 slashing damage.
How come he took less than me?
Oh wait, no, sorry, you're 19? Nope. He swings and you're able to parry it. He goes in for a chomp with his mandibles. That one does land, and that's 12 slashing damage as it pierces into your arm.
Are they like crits? Like, is he doing like a crit? No. 12?
And then it goes back around to yeah.
Right. First things first. There's a flying one. There's a flying one and a crawly that is in front of me. Can I catch both of them with a 50?
So he's so this is a 2-story building. Law is on the top. It attacked Law, so it's within melee range of Law.
How high up is that?
Well, 2 stories, so 20 feet.
Ooh, 20 feet.
Yeah.
But they're large, right?
Right.
So
yeah,
if
so he
I...
would be taking up... We're doing math, yeah. So he would be taking up 10 by 10. Yeah, he's within range. Him and the other one, but you gotta really angle it.
The angle's not coming from me, it's coming from the cannon, so I just direct the cannon to I just give him like detailed computation ahead to like Pythagorean theorem and stuff.
Yeah.
And I release it as a bonus action, so they have to make dexterity saving throws.
Dex saves.
Just angle it straight up and then kick it under the belly of the insect. Fires straight up.
What's the dex? The DC?
14.
14. The flying creature does save, and the one down below does not.
Okay, it's 10 fire damage if they did not save. If they did save, it's 5 fire damage.
Good.
And then, it's a big bug, right? And it doesn't, it's still, how much damage did my 10 fire damage do visually?
Yeah, so as the fire rips towards the bug on the ground in front of you, you see it expose like the flesh beneath. Whoa.
Sure.
Yeah, I know. You see it expose the flesh along the backside of it quite a bit. It looks like it's still moving. It's still lively, but it's not looking great.
Right, because I have to slide back. Because I have a ranged attack, and I think if I'm at...
It would be
I have
disadvantage. Yeah.
So I have to move back. Cannons. So I'll keep the cannon for where it is. I'll just move back. I think it provokes
Opportunity attack, yeah. Okay, so it goes in for a bite. And that is a hit.
Ugh.
And you're going to take 12 slashing damage as the mandibles
12.
dig in. Yep.
Sure. And then I unholster my gun. I mean my wand. I point it at him, and I use. He's damaged, right? So probably just a cantrip for this time. Fireball as my action. So I am going to roll for fireball. I believe I can do it like this.
It's a nat 1. So you step back and you try to fire towards it, but your shoulder throbs with the pain from the bite.
How much damage was it? Was it 12?
Yeah.
Alright. Sure. Would have been nice if it hit, but damage the ground.
Yeah.
Sure, I'm done.
Okay. Move goes to Buford.
Buford, as a matter of fact. So now there's a big one attacking us, right? Let's focus on gray. And then we got that one, those two to the left. What's the green? Is that just from leftover from the last bug?
Yeah.
Like if I'm stepping on it, would it hurt me?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. I'm gonna move probably down here. I'm gonna raise my shield right in front of me. I'm gonna just run in for a bash. I don't know how much damage that'll do. I don't know what to roll for that, but because I used an attack, I want to use a bonus to shove that bug 5 feet back.
Okay, so we'll say it's an improvised
Weapon?
Yeah. Let's just do
What?
So you're gonna roll the same. Just roll your attack roll, but for the damage roll.
Like roll the
What does
flail?
your shield look like?
Oh, kind of like those triangular type shields. I don't know.
Yeah, a kite shield. So like kind of like bigger than a buckler, but not as like
Yeah,
big as,
yeah.
like a kind of okay. Sure. So let's call it a. Just do 1d6 first. if it-
1d6.
Yeah.
This is a 1d6. I'm just gonna roll this, but it's not a mace.
Yeah. Whoa,
Okay.
nat 20. Okay. So, Buford, you pull your shield in front of you and you launch yourself towards the big bulky creature, and as you crash into it, go ahead and roll the d6 plus your strength modifier.
D6 plus strength.
No, just the d6.
Oh.
Okay. What's your strength modifier? 2? 1?
This... How do I find that again? 4.
Oh. So 6. And then, and then the crit. Okay, let's do another, no, it's fine, I'll double it. Okay, so 12 total, so we'll do double for crits, and then, you crash
So it
into it,
moves-
go ahead and roll for the shove.
Damn it. Strength roll, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, he matches, so I'll say you win on the contest. PC, favor the PC, but it's a match.
I want to use my action surge. And then I'm gonna do it again, and I'll say, "Back into the hole you came from." And,
Ooh, cool.
yeah,
Nice, nice.
so that's an 18 roll. Is that
Yeah, that's a hit.
that gets him? Okay. And you said 1d6.
Yeah.
Plus 2 or plus 4.
Oh,
It's
you-
nine.
sorry, you're using the shield again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Okay. It's awesome.
9
It just worked out
damage.
this way. How do you do it?
Yeah, just same exact way as the first attack. Both hands behind the shield and running, and I'm shoving him as I bash into him.
He's like nails to the earth, trying to stay abound, but you pound into him, and he starts falling back into the hole, disappearing into the darkness. Anything else?
No,
Oh
that's-
my gosh! Dexterity saving throw, please.
Sure. Bring it on. So how, well, that's what I was trying to avoid, the acid, because like, I'm not flashing into him, am I? I'm just like bashing.
It's still bludgeoning.
moving. Alright, fine. Dex save, right?
Yeah. Roll. Okay, so you're gonna take
So it
4
adds
acid
2.
damage.
Wait. It adds 2. It's a 14 actually. Because my shield's AC gets added.
Okay. You're gonna take 14 acid damage.
I only take half though, if I'm affected. If I
Okay.
if it affects me.
So
So.
7. Okay.
I failed.
Ah, goes
What
to
the
Gray.
hell?
It's so cool.
Um. Go over there.
Where? Sorry, what do you think? You wanna move there? Okay.
Yeah.
You see that Buford's taking care of the big one. Much to your chagrin, you turn and you're heading towards the injured one, and another one pops out.
What?
I'm gonna ask you to roll a dexterity saving throw, just to avoid the rubble that explodes outwards as it. Actually, Pandey as well.
Dexterity saving throw.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, the rubble flies out, and you didn't expect it, but you're able to get some cover, whether with a shield or just evading the rubble. Gray, what are you doing?
I will attack the one that just popped up. The double attack.
Okay, I see one. Okay, so that's a hit. And as you slash across the face of the creature, it tries to move out of the way, but it's too slow. You slash across the massive gash, and as the acid blood sprays, you know the routine. Go ahead and roll for dexterity saving throw.
Are we just gonna die to the acid that keeps spraying out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill them, but at what
Doing
cost?
the same
Taking more
thing,
acid
expecting a
damage.
Different result. Okay, that's not so bad. So you're gonna take 9 acid damage.
We've actually taken more acid damage than damage from them.
What do you say, Gray, as this is like as that happens?
As the acid splashes on me, just like it's just I felt nothing.
It's only a flesh wound.
I felt nothing.
Half
Just
his
by the
neck is
flesh.
corroding. Okay, Law, from atop the rooftop. What are you doing?
There's not much I can do to get out of taking a hit here. I don't want to give up on my damage this turn, man, so I'm gonna take my broom and I'm gonna move 50 feet this way.
Okay.
And I know what that means.
Okay. It goes in to chomp on you, but on your broom you're faster than it, and you
Yay!
make it here. Is that where you wanted to go?
It should be 50 feet, I believe.
That's a lot of feet.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I'll move the full 50. And I'll Eldritch Blast that singular bug twice. Yeah, the flying one.
Ooh,
26
wow.
and 9.
Okay, first one lands.
Okay. 6 damage. Oh wait, sorry, that should be 10. It didn't add my. It's not adding my charisma modifier sometimes. That should be 10 damage.
Yeah. So you put your hand forward, and the beam surges across the way, crashing into the creature. It's trying to evade it. It's flying around. But yeah. As you see.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to use my bonus action as well to use Healing Light. I'm gonna roll 2 of these d6s and to heal myself. 6 damage, so 6 health.
Okay.
And yeah, that's it. Sorry, just want to do that one last thing.
Yeah, you're good. So yeah, so as who had the 13? Was that Gray? Passive perception?
Me and Gray have the same, I believe. But I also
Okay.
have 13.
Okay, so as you're moving around and you're taking in your surroundings, you notice that they kind of move, like I said, in unison. But you also notice their limbs as they attack you, as they swing in, or even their mandibles as they move in. It looks like they're almost like puppets on strings. You don't see any strings, but that's how they move. And you can see, you can almost feel the same gaze that you felt when you looked into the eyes of the pit, and you feel that same gaze coming from across the way, over here.
Sorry, where?
Top left.
Okay.
And they move in.
Where was it?
Top left.
Oh, I see it.
Okay. Okay, so this one, just trying to get the thing out of its way, it attacks the cannon. I'm looking at your AC and stuff here. No, you put it in the chat. There you go. AC 10, HP.
18.
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so just tries to get it out of the way, and
Apparently I made it tough.
yeah, very tough. Yeah, so it's trying to chew at the barrel, but it's not reacting, and it has legs, right? Like it's
Yeah.
okay. So it's kind of like standing its ground. Gray, this one burrows, disappearing from right in front of you. This one also burrows. So a lot of them are disappearing beneath the ground. And some of the people are taking the hit. And you see a lot of them making a run for it. This guy falls in.
Oh no. No!
Do you like
This is
run
turning
in?
to a very bad day for Redmont.
Did he like try to avoid that hole or what?
I don't
He
know.
just didn't notice it.
Yeah. And this guy comes flying in for its mark.
Oh my god. He loves me!
Oh, okay. He loves you, but he's not able to land a kiss. No mandibles for you today. Move goes to Pandai.
Okay, let me think about this. Something burrowed, right?
Several of them burrowed, and you can see it. And you
But
can
something in
see
front of me. Is it still there? Like, is there... Like,
There's a
can I
couple
tell
of
that
them.
it's shallow?
So it's right next to you. Looking down, you can see into the darkness. It's like burrowing. It's like digging. You can see it there.
So but it's not yet too deep. Like, maybe it's still like 5 feet. Or is it
10
deeper?
feet. 10 feet down. It's 10 feet down.
Okay, I think I can work with that. Sure. First, I am going to position the cannon by moving it 1 square to the left. I don't have access to cannon movement, so the cannon has a movement of 50. I'm just moving it 5 feet to the left so that it can catch both the bug beside it as well as the burrowing bug if it reaches. Although it might not with a 15-foot cone. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to ask it to. I'm going to command it to release its for another dexterity saving throw. DC 14.
Neither save.
All right. I like those odds. 9 fire damage. All right.
All right. So this one, yeah, just as it's crawling towards you, the cannon moves to the side and launches the flame. And moving this direction, it even goes down into the hole, and you hear a bit of like a shrieking noise coming from deep within.
And then, for my own action, I'm holding the wand of web, but instead I will use that as my arcade and use and shove it into the ground and cast Thunder Wave.
Nice.
So I think that is a. Let me double check. Constitution saving throw. Yeah,
DC. What's it?
14 again.
Okay. It does not save.
Okay, and then since I'm using my gun, I can add 1d8 damage to it. So instead of the normal 2d8 of the wave, this is 3d8. So I'm going to roll that. And that is 12 thunder damage.
Okay. Hyundai is bringing the explosions now.
Alright. Don't hide from me! Bam!
Yeah, and as the percussive wave shoots down into the hole, there's like some bit of rocks and dirt that fly up past you, around you. You don't see any movement down below, but you don't know whether it's dead or still burrowing.
Okay. But I dealt a lot of damage. That's not 21 damage.
That was a lot.
So,
yeah.
pretty good. I am sticking around. I'm done.
Oh. And Buford, you took one down. Where's your next mark?
I'm gonna go for that top left location. So I'm gonna run this way. Do I only have 30 feet? I guess I do.
Sorry, and to clarify, was that Buford's first ever kill?
Sure, yeah, officially.
Okay.
Sorry.
Ever battle.
Yeah.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
Thunder Wave also pushes. So can I push it towards the large hole in front of to see if it like pops out?
Ooh. Okay. So you push it.
Forwards, basically.
Yeah. From where you're standing, you don't. I see the direction you're heading it in. But from where you're standing, you can't see. Like it doesn't pop up.
Okay.
It might shoot forward. But you can't see that from where you are.
Right. Sure. Sorry about that. I'm done.
Okay.
No worries. I was just gonna use my action to make a dash, I guess.
All right.
So 30 plus 30. I have the slippers of spider climbing. So
Of course you do. Yeah.
so my climbing is the same like movement speed as my walking or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's still 20
essentially-
foot up.
Oh, okay,
We
fine.
can call it 15 because
Then I'll go
you're not
here, right?
coming from the ground level. Sure.
Or like
30, 45.
30, and then it's
you
a
have
dash.
15. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Just like,
here. No spoilers. Okay.
no, I'm just like a spider.
Yeah. Wait, who's that? Who's
What?
that? No, just kidding. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. That's my action.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just trying to get as close as I can up there.
And you can see it. So top across the
Oh.
way, atop the rooftop, It looks like
What is it?
it's moving. Its arms are kind of moving like this. Like it's moving things around. Sorry, great. It is your move.
Oh. Yeah, I'll go over here. And that's it.
You end your turn. You don't want to ready in action or anything?
Um,
Or you can dash, or you can dodge. To dodge would give disadvantage to their attacks. You could hide.
what does
go and-
dash do?
Gives you double the movement, so you could go another 30.
Sure, I'll go another 30.
Which way?
That way.
It's so funny.
In like the alley.
It's like Minesweeper. Okay. So like that, maybe? Yeah?
That's not me.
Huh?
Here.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay. 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 I didn't expect you to go to the side there. Cool. And Law, what are you doing?
Again, so I can notice that this, even with this creature attacking me, that the thing over there, away far from us, is like kind of doing a thing, right? I can reasonably put 2 and 2 together.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that guy's far. Is it the one in the northwest?
Yes.
I gotta separate myself from this guy again either way, so I'm just moving 50 feet. He can go ahead and make his roll.
That's a hit.
Oh!
It's gonna be 14 piercing damage. Double discount.
14. Yikes. But I'm still able to move away. Right?
Yeah.
It's probably just gonna come back to you.
Where are you
I
going?
mean, I don't have a choice. It's either that or don't attack, because I have disadvantage. So,
And then which way are you going?
here. We'll go this way. Maybe for like RP's sake, I get hit and I sprawl along. I get knocked off briefly. I sprawl along the rooftop, and then I'm able to get back on and fly. But it shortens my distance. Just move here. I like that narrative. And as I get closer, I guess I'm gonna notice it better. I'm just checking something. Okay, well, I'll use my 2 Eldritch Blasts on the creature over there. $18, and that's a nat 1. The second one is a nat 1.
The 18 hits.
Okay. 2, 1. That's a 5 damage. Oh.
So you see it. Oops. So as your beam surges across the town center here, or the city center, you see it impact with the creature. There's like a loud cracking noise, and then you hear, or you see its limbs kind of shake a bit, and it shirks away. It tries to shirk away behind the other side of the roof. Like it doesn't actually move, but that's what it's trying to do. Oh, I guess it's okay. No, it is its turn. So there we go. Great. You feel rumbling at your feet. The ground starts to tremor. Can you roll a dexterity saving throw? You get pulled. The ground explodes beneath your feet, and you get pulled
Ooh.
down.
Not
10
fun.
You're grappled. For all intents and purposes, you're grappled.
Grappled.
Give you a better vision. Okay. And then Pandai, you see rippling in the ground over here. Like the stones start to, move up, as well as rippling over here, as if the ground beneath the stone is going up like that. It's getting disturbed, and then this one moves in and starts climbing up. Not quite up on the surface. Bandai, it's your move.
Okay, so I know where are those ripples again?
Over here.
Over here.
And over here.
They're far apart from each other. And then there's a flying dude right next. Oh. My cannon isn't gonna do much today. My cannon will just and then just command it to breathe fire downward to try to agitate the out of the ground, I suppose. So dexterity saving throw. If they're affected, that is.
They are, and they fail.
Alright. That is 7 fire damage. Not a lot. And then with my Wand of Web, I haven't yet seen a good use case purpose. Although I could catch that flying dude. Nah, I'll just use Firebolt on it.
Okay, so
Good old gun.
on the flying, the one that was chasing
Law.
Law. Okay.
Wait, there's a possibility. Should I? Did I notice Law firing at the mastermind on the northwest?
No. Oh yes, yeah, you would have seen that. It's a
I would
a
have seen
huge
that, right?
beam. So I just want to show you too, Bandai. So as you launched the flame down, it came
Yeah.
up over here.
Oh, neat. Okay, I think I'm going to go for the master. Because my firebolt has a range of 120 feet, so it's one of those good use cases. So I will use firebolt, just a normal attack roll. Let's see, firebolt attack, click. That doesn't look high. 12 hits.
Yep.
For what it's worth, my gun ignores also half cover. So that's something. So if it hits, that means I get to roll 2d10 plus 1d because I am using my gun. So first I will roll 2d10 and then I will add 1d8. Whoa, the d8 was an 8. So total of 21 fire damage.
21. Okay. It turns as the limbs kind of shake around erratically. It turns and which ones can you see? You can see this one. You can see this one. And gray. You even feel the one that's grappling you. You feel the like its grip around you come loose a little bit. And this guy falls to the ground.
Oh, what's happening to them? Are they like falling?
They're not dead, but it's like for a moment they lost themselves.
Oh. Oh. That's interesting.
And Buford.
So I'm going to dash. Wait, is this bug? Is that
No,
bug
he's down
on the
below.
ground?
Yeah.
Okay.
He
I'm gonna
means he's
take
down in the ground.
1, 2, 3. 4. So that's 30. I'm gonna use a dash, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna jump. Can I jump 10 feet?
Yeah, so you have it. You have the 10 feet
Movement speed?
it's an athletic roll.
Okay. Athletics? Okay.
It's a long jump. So you, yeah, it's going to be an athletics roll.
Not acrobatics?
It's a long
All
jump.
right.
I mean, a long
Okay.
jump. It succeeds. It's a 10. You needed a 10.
Okay. I don't. Do I still have more movement speed? I would have like 20 more if, or no?
You still have your movement. But that would
Pardon?
each foot you clear on the jump costs a foot of movement. You clear 5, so that takes up 5 of your movement.
Of my dash, right?
Yeah.
Or, okay. So I have 25 more movement speed? Then I'll just keep running up. Okay, then I'll move up 20 feet. That's
it's
my-
not clear, you know, but it's like it's trying to pull stuff together like desperately, like it's lost grip or something.
Yes. Okay. That's my turn.
Ray, what are you doing?
I'm still grappled, right? Or no?
It's let go of you, but it's within range. So if you try to get out, that's opportunity attack.
If I just fight it and then I end up killing it, I'm just gonna take damage and probably die anyways. Because of the acid.
You can disengage. You can disengage, right, to avoid the opportunity attack, but that takes no action.
What, I have a shield. Would that, like, reduce the damage from the acid?
It increases your AC. No, is it because you're trying to keep your action? Is that the hesitance?
I'll, I don't know if I'll disengage, but, can I use, second wind to get another action?
Use your bonus action. Haven't you used that already?
Oh, sorry,
used-
wrong one.
oh.
Wrong one.
Action surge. Okay.
So I'll disengage and then I'll just run more.
off. What are you doing?
Well, I'll kind of like scan across the battlefield looking for the other party members. You took a couple hits, right? You're muted again.
I took like 9 damage.
Okay.
From acid.
I
Okay.
also got hit once. But nothing too hard. Squirt blood.
Okay. Well, I'll take another look at that bug, but I guess I'll move again. I'll move over. Wow, that's still 45 no matter how I angle that. That's still 45 feet. I'll go like up to here on my broom again. Get nice and close, nice and far away from the other bug. And you know what? We can try to do this. I'll try to use Mind Sliver on it.
Ooh.
It has to make a intelligence saving throw.
It saves.
Okay, well that
Whoa.
that makes sense
So
then.
can you what do you do? Like, what does it look like when you're doing that?
I just look at the creature and I imagine like a kind of glass orb around its head, and I reach out my hand, and as I slowly as I kind of like clench my hand into a fist, I'm imagining that glass slowly breaking and caving inwards into its mind. It's kind of what I imagine. But yeah, if it saves, nothing happens. I think I'll use the last of my healing light on myself then. Or
Okay, well, so it's
I'll use.
but as that orb, as you put that glass orb around its head, visually, it looks back at you, like aware that you did this, or that you were trying to, and you see the same piercing eyes that you saw back in the hole, and as they look back at you, and they say, you hear a voice, and it says, the same voice.
Yes. Slay this one. It has served its purpose. But borrow its thoughts for a moment.
And then you see through the eyes of the creature, and you see it looking back at you for a moment, and then you in its the back of its mind, it's thinking of the castle, and then you kind of it looks up towards it, and you can see one of the council members at the window, and it's almost like it's like zoomed in on him, and you see him smiling as everything is going on here.
Do a witch council member.
I'll move it back to you.
Witch council member.
So imagine there's all this death around you, everything is dying, and there's, blood and acid spraying everywhere, there's people running for the gates, and that image flashes in your mind for a moment, but you have to click, like you have to focus on what's going on. You can address the thought later. What do you do for now?
All right. I'll just finish up my turn by using one of my healing lights on myself. Great.
Continues to climb up, and almost like with full intent of trying to intercept you, Gifford. It tries to like latch onto your back. And goes in with its claws. You're able to evade, so like quarterback or receiver, whatever, whoever grabs the football and runs with it. You see him coming and you dodge. It's your move, or it's no. That moves in, and from there you see the rippling. This one comes out from under the ground.
Oh.
And it moves in, it's gonna try to rip past your thing.
No worries, it doesn't have an opportunity attack.
Right. Yeah, so
It doesn't have a melee.
It goes in for a bite on the thing. Okay.
Okay.
It doesn't land. But it goes for a claw on you, and then another claw. Both land. Total, as it rips its claws against you, that's going to be 16 slashing damage.
Wait. I still shield spell that.
Nice. Bringing your total to
Is shield a +5 or +4? I don't remember. So if it's +4, it becomes 22.
+5, right? Yeah, okay. So it goes in for a slash, and you see it's about to contact, and then a light shoots up. Or no, you're an artificer. You want to flavor it with artificer flavor?
Yeah, basically, I press something on my actual wooden shield, and it just widens.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. And then this one starts to climb the side of the wall here as well.
Which one? Oh, that one.
It's like they're making a defensive formation. Move goes to come back.
Okay. The flying ones didn't do anything, huh? Oh wait, they did.
They're moving.
Okay, my turn, right?
Yep.
Ooh, why are you beside me? Release some fire from the cannon first.
Dex save. A dex save of what was it again?
14.
14?
1-4.
Does not save.
Yeah.
Does not save.
10 fire damage. Then, how long does shield last? Start of your next turn, so it's gone. Okay. I have to move back and take an opportunity. No, here's what I will do. I will move, provoking an opportunity attack, no problem. To here. Does that work?
I mean, with your shield, you're a tank. So let's see.
ACF 18. Still.
Oh, okay. Nope. It does not connect.
And then from my vantage point, I will use my wand of web to actually encase the insect along with my cannon into a web spell. It's a 20-foot cube, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 20-foot. So I actually use the wand for its actual purpose and shoot the web. It's the same white sticky fluid. It even has the smell from the things.
Yeah.
Ew. Nice. 20 feet? That's about 20 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So web. So it's restrained, but on its turn you can do a strength check. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Please, Cap, get me out of here.
Who's that?
The guy you're standing next to.
He's right beside me.
Yeah.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hi there.
Such a gentleman. Buford.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to get into a rage. My
All the possibilities, all of it.
Black Ops Superman now, dude!
Okay.
I'm gonna try to clear this jump again. I'm gonna run up here and try to clear another 10-foot jump.
We'll call it a 5.
Yeah. My companion keeps sticking to my cursor, I don't know why. Athletics, you said?
Whoa, nice. 21. You leap across, full rage, veins popping on your neck. Face probably red. I don't know. It's just how I imagine him. You know, like, he has pale skin, and so he goes red. You okay? Go ahead.
So yeah, I'm just gonna start grappling that. Oh, is it facing me now?
Now there's the turns.
Oh shit, okay. Maybe I can't. Oh shit.
What the hell?
I'm gonna close my eyes and take out my flail and charge.
It works though with what's going on too. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah.
So let me roll for that
Sure.
with the rage bonus. Give me a sec. Does that give advantage on the attacks? I can't remember.
Man, you played a barbarian for a long time.
No, I think it just gives you advantage on strength checks. I don't think it gives you advantage in combat.
Yeah, no. Okay, I'll just roll for my attack.
Yeah, no, it doesn't give you advantage on attack rolls because you have reckless attack
But I'm
as an
not.
ability. I don't know if you have that right now,
I
but
don't have it.
oh, okay.
That's a 10,
swing-
I don't know.
You swing towards it, it doesn't connect. One thing though is like, you swing and maybe it's just because you had your eyes closed, but just like, this isn't, it kind of shirks behind the rooftop, almost in reaction to the pain, but you notice it's not doing too much to defend itself. Not just mechanically, but even like, it's not doing much to defend itself.
I just missed. It didn't even parry it. I just missed my
You
attack.
close your eyes.
No, but I have
I know.
blind fighting.
Yeah.
I'm a blind fighter. That's my special. For some reason. But yeah, okay.
Okay. So
That's all I care. I used my bonus already. So.
Great. You see Buford like make a crazy leap across the rooftop there. What are you doing, Gray?
Am I able to get up on that roof? Like, is there a way?
Yeah. You can climb up it.
I'll go closer.
So let's. technically, so you should climb. It's okay. We'll rule it as like a difficult terrain. So that's 10 feet, and then 5, 25 total. That's what you're trying to get, right?
Yeah. And then I'll go in with a double attack. Do I have to roll the damage twice for a double attack, or?
No, you're gonna roll
Just
one
one.
attack. No, they attack. Like, roll the attack again. The great sword.
Oh, I see.
Nice. Wow, great rolls. Okay. So it's moving erratically. Gray. Tell me, how do you do it?
Is this the killing blow?
Yeah. So you're like bleeding out, right? You've taken acid damage. You've been pulled
Yeah.
underground. You pulled yourself up. You climbed out of the ground. You ran as quick as you could across the courtyard to up the building. After you sort of dash over, like jump from rooftop to rooftop, you make it to his side, and as you swing your greatsword twice, what are you doing?
I go in with like a upper slash, and then come in with a down slash. Right, and it's, I guess like, since it's facing Buford, I guess it'd like be cutting off its neck, and then up again, or something. Do I take
Okay.
the acid damage? Like, does it have
It doesn't
acid or
have
no?
As it falls, Pandai, from where you're standing, having just shot your web, you see the insectile creature over there just collapse, and there's a faint purple light. I didn't even tell you guys. There's a faint purple light emanating from it. It starts to dissipate, and they all just kind of fall dead.
I go to, I look at the human beside me. There, we have saved you.
Oh, yay! Drinks on me! And he starts walking into the flaming building. This is a tavern right next to you.
It just walks in.
He
fire.
lives!
He reminds me of someone I know. I know someone that kind of hair and that kind of beard.
Oh, really?
But he's really like so happy all the time. Like, hey!
You know, Andrea, I used to look like that.
What?
This guy. When I had long hair.
You think so? Maybe.
Yeah.
Like this with your beard. Okay, so you, the creatures kind of crumble, and you hear the humming noise start to fade from the circle in the middle here. The hole is still there, and Law, the memory of that vision that you saw plays back in your mind, and you kind of move and you see the light of a torch kind of dance across the face of the council member, and as he was smiling, you see his the face illuminate, and it was Councilman Dauphin. I
Dauphin?
don't have much more than that, but that's where we're gonna end the session today.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing. If anybody's out there, I haven't been watching chat at all, so if anybody's out there, if any of our many
Are there
viewers-
people?
Is there anyone there?
Anybody,
There?
please
No,
respond.
yeah, thanks so much for watching, and thank you for playing, guys. Typically, BJ, we don't usually have to do announcements because it's typically just us, but If anybody is watching, or if anybody does watch this, would you like to plug anything?
Oh yeah. Sure. I co-wrote, I researched, and I game designed for the Islands of Sinauna
Woo!
Woo!
adventure setting. So feel free to check it out. I think I have it right here. Here you go. So check it out. It's at hitpointpress.com. You could buy it there. And you could also follow me at twitch.tv/BukoJuiceRPG. I stream Vampire currently every Saturday. So check us out. Thanks.
Yeah, and I'm playing in that too. I'm a vampire. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Oh, Brian, my God, we haven't done this in forever. You want to do the send off?
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you check out Buko Juice. Until then, we'll see you guys in the next one.